Hospitals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and, of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Abel, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Kickoff is moments away, which means it's time for a visit with Rice head football coach Scott Abel. Alongside the coach, here's J.P. Heath.
Well, a happy Halloween. It's the Rice Owls and the Memphis Tigers, the national television audience viewing in. And thanks for the candy corn, Coach. Usually, I'm not a big fan, but I'm going to eat it just for you. Thanks.
Hey, listen, we appreciate we aim to please. And this week, it has been exposed that I am a fan of candy corn. And I'm getting a lot of reactions for that.
Yeah. Word's getting out from the Rice Unfiltered podcast. Have you seen the guys react after that big win against UConn? As you've said in the past, it's not just about handling setbacks. How do you handle success, too? What have you seen?
Yeah, you know, what I saw this week was, you know, a group that, you know, kind of got their confidence back, got their swagger back, and, you know, understood what they're capable of if they all come together and execute at a high level. And that's what you want, right? I want our team to play with confidence, you know. And so I think we're in a great spot right now. You know, I want us to come out and play loose again tonight, right? Play with a lot of passion, a lot of energy. And, you know, let's put the pressure on Memphis tonight.
You and Coach Munch both told me at different times this past week about Chase playing freer and playing faster. What's he doing to allow him to play with that rapid success here?
Well, I think there's a couple things. First, you know, I think his body feels healthy again. And I think the second thing, for a quarterback, the more snaps you get, the faster you play, the slower the game plays around you. And I think we're seeing Chase, you know, start to experience that right here. You know, here we are, we're 8 games in this, you know, kickoff game 9 tonight. And, you know, the game has slowed down for him some. And, you know, tonight's its own challenge, but I'm excited for him tonight. And I know he's excited.
When you look at the video of Memphis, Brendan Lewis obviously stands out. It seems like he is a different animal back there. What's he do so well and fit in as a big picture that Memphis offense?
Well, I mean, he orchestrates everything, and it all starts with him, right? Their run game starts with him. Their pass game starts with him. And so, you know, I think he's a phenomenal player, dynamic, and, you know, he's a challenge for every defense. And for us tonight, we got to corral him. Right, we can't give him those open lanes to run through. You know, when he pulls it down and scampers, because some of his biggest runs are on pass plays, which he ad-libs on, and we've got to really contain that tonight.
Mm-hmm. And looking at their defense with their DC, Jordan Hankins, what are the big things that jump out?
Well, I think they're really well coached, and I think their front jumps out at you. I think, you know, they're built like a power 4 front. and they get off the rock and they play that way. And so, we got to punch back, right? We got to get in the trenches and win that battle. And, for us to be successful, that's a key each and every week.
Finally, another key or two, in addition to punch them in the mouth, what you have to do to get a Halloween night national TV win here?
Well, I think first we got to establish some early momentum, right? We're playing at home. They're on the road. I think early momentum will go a long ways. And then we got to get this to the fourth quarter and make Memphis uncomfortable, right? That was something like last week, a UConn team coming in here off a big ACC win the week before, and very similar. How do you get them late in the game and make them uncomfortable? And our guys did that last week, and that's another big key.
Thanks, Coach. Get that W. Appreciate it.
Yeah, go Owls.
Rice Fight, Dunleavy Family of Football Coach Scott Abel. More of the Houston Methodist pregame coming up. It's Rice Football from Learfield.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and, of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy Family head football coach Scott Abel, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI, all in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
We knocked out some of those Halloween goblins for the Play Wyatt interview. Play talking with Nate earlier in the week about that big win, among other things, that Owls took against UConn.
It was a good win, especially a double OT win like that. It was great to pull out something like that. It brought a lot of confidence to our team. A lot of people, they know, like, man, we got the talent, we got everything it takes to make something happen. And we sitting there with 4-4 right now. So we got everything in front of us, so it's all on us.
I asked you Tuesday if a game like this or a win like that could possibly turn your season around. Your thoughts as you get ready to play this game?
It for sure can change our season around. Man, the only way is up from there. So, man, we got to just come in, keep preparing like we've been doing. It's a short week, so it's going to be survival of the fittest. Who can prepare the most, whose body can get back and recover right, who mind can get right. So, man, like we was talking about earlier, we got a lot of home games, so we don't got to go nowhere. We got a blessing just to be here. So, man, they got to be the ones to travel, come in, get situated, come into Houston. Like, everything we already familiar with it. So, man, it's going to be a big game for us, and a win like this can change not just the season, but seasons ahead of us.
I guess UConn was the right game for you at the right time, especially coming off that loss to UTSA. That was exactly what you needed.
It was exactly what we needed. The way that we dug in and won that game was exactly what we needed, too.
Had to fire you up to watch Chase and Q-Jack play the way they played.
Man, what offense was really clicking on all the court. We sitting on the sideline. We like, man, that offense, they driving the field at will. It was good to see that. It gave a lot of energy to our defense, too, to be like, man, they stepping up, so we got to step up, too. Man, but it felt good to watch Chase and Q-Jack get off, man. Just even being here like a couple years ago and seeing me and Q-Jack coming in, and he not really getting the reps he wanted, how it go, and just seeing him stick out and grind. And And it was just awesome being able to see him just to get loose like that, man, because, he done put the work in for it. And so, man, I'm just excited to see what he does the rest of the year.
Tell us a little bit about Memphis. I understand that you know somebody on that team, or a few guys.
Yeah, it's not. So I feel like Memphis is going to run around that quarterback, Brendan Lewis. That's my dog since we was Little League, man. Since elementary, middle school, we played together, been competing for a while now. So it's just going to be great to come out there. We got a lot of family come out there, come to the game, and just come watch it on a Friday night. So it's going to be good to come out there and compete against them again, especially got them running backs, number 5, number 13. Just watching a little bit of their story and their journey about coming back from injury, it's inspiration. And I know what type of hunger that they got, because I got that same hunger in me. Like, man, I'm trying to get back on the field. Like, you got something to prove.
I see that look in your eye. You ready?
Hey, ready to do it. I'm ready to get out there and play. Been waiting on this for a while now, so let's rock.
Good luck.
The Rice Owls and the Memphis Tigers. Thanks for knocking out those Goblins there. Baron back at the studio. Let's look at the Houston Methodist injury report really quick on the Rice side of things. John Long will not start this game at guard. It'll be Cole Principe, freshman, getting the big start. The coaches like the way he started against UConn last week, and that earned him some more time. Kerry Crump is still out. Braylon Walker is out this game for the Owls, and Natani Fahoko questionable, and that's why Principe getting that start at left guard. So a lot of things to listen for. We'll update you on some of the Memphis guys that are missing in a bit. We have the start of this one coming up next, Rice and Memphis. We'll check in with Scoops Metko down on the sideline as well. Rice and Memphis on the lights here on an All Hallows Eve. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the pony from the board. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Keeping it towards the end zone left side, jump ball, it's caught, touchdown Rice Owls, looking, throwing left side towards the end zone, back of the end zone, juggled and caught, touchdown Rice Owls, touchdown back of the end zone, fly Owls fly.
On the Rice Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Owls football. Owls football is brought to you by The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot. We have airport parking covered. And by Houston Methodist, leading medicine. Now let's head inside the stadium alongside Nate Griffin. Here's the voice of the Owls, J.P. Heath.
Here we go. It's the Rice Owls and the Memphis Tigers here under the lights. Rice coming down that zigzag walkway from the Patterson Center in their all blues from head to ankle, or calf in some sense too. The Owls playing a Halloween affair against the 25th ranked Memphis Tigers. They have the blue helmets and the white jerseys, white pants, and blue numerals and names. Nate Griffin, a key or two for Rice to get its first home-ranked win since 1997. What do they have to do?
Of possession. You got to hold on to the football as long as you possibly can. Keep it out of the hands of Memphis. Memphis is a very dangerous offense. They can score at the blink of an eye. They average 37.6 points per game. Rice likes to hold on to the ball and go through their progressions and their offense. And I think Chase Jenkins is in position to do this tonight. Defense is going to have to hold up too tonight.
Yeah, they have a lot to contend with in Brendan Lewis, the former Melissa Cardinal, Nevada Wolfpack, coming off a career-high game, 307 yards. The team really felt his loss in their one loss this season against UAB a couple weeks back. But they've got a great running game as well. We'll break down the starting lineup here in just a bit as the fireworks go off and the big puff and plume of smoke there sitting in the end zone to our left. And camping out, you see the smoke and a very clear and picturesque evening. We bring in Scoops Metko in full costume down on the sideline. 73 degrees, no chance of rain, only 30% humidity, Jason. So you go through the games at Louisiana, the rain game against UConn for nights like this. How are you doing, good man?
I tell you, JP, it is the bee's knees down here on the sidelines. If I do this voice the whole night, I'm going to grow tired of it, and so are you. Yes,
try.
Low 70s, beautiful conditions. Looking forward to this matchup here tonight against the top 25 team rolling in. Scott Abel saying this week, you need to grow at this stage of the game because there's a lot of film out there. If you're not willing to grow, then people are going to be able to dial up things against you. Can you execute the growth? Well, they executed in all phases last week. Laissez les bon temps brûlés here on All Hallows Eve, JP.
Might as well. Rice Owls going out in there all blue, the aforementioned, and we just heard the words of Play Wyatt. He is one of the Owls captains going out there, out with Captain Jack, Quentin Jackson out there. Side plug. He was fantastic on the Rice Unfiltered podcast this week. Micah Barnett is out there, and so is Ty Morris. And we're about to hear the dulcet tones of the referee to get these guys together.
That's my high school coin. The zebra will be heads. That's heads. The football will be tails. Tails. Memphis, you're the visitors. Your call. Heads, he called.
To referee Matt Overton, by the way.
Rice, you've won the toss. Want to receive. Which way you want to kick? Put your back that way. Rice this way. Rice won the toss. We'll receive at this end.
It's the seventh time this season Rice has won the coin toss. They had deferred all but once when they received against FAU, and they got an early score now, and so let's see if they can do that. Here's the starting lineup. Quarterback Case Jenkins from Katy, A-Leaf Taylor High School, 6'1", 191, the redshirt sophomore coming off a career-high game, 191 yards. He'll be handing the ball off to Q-Jack, Quentin Jackson, who had 4 tutties. You heard Chase saying right after the game last week, my boy got 4 tutties. Q-Jack had another one via the air. He also had a career-high 80 yards receiving. Aaron Turner and Drayden Dickman, the slots, they do a little bit of everything. As we mentioned, Braylon walk around, so we'll see if that's Gwillow or Matthews or Clark that steps in as a receiver. Tight end, Micah Barnett. The center, State David Stickle. The guards, Patrick Vallant, and the freshman, Cole Principe. The tackles, Luke Miller from Round Rock and Sean Sullivan from Westboro, Massachusetts, a Yale transfer. The Memphis defense coming up here in just a second. We're about to get this one underway. Nate Griffin, expect a fun one here tonight.
This is really going to be a fun one, JP, and I really want to see how the Rice Owls are going to play. I think they have a different level of confidence now, especially with a 25-ranked team coming into town, but they just have a different level of confidence. That win last week was so big, JP.
Rice has Quentin Jackson and Tyson Thompson staggered back, returning this one. They'll be from our left to our right in their Halloween evening costumes. Going from our left to our right to start this one. Memphis be kicking it from our right to our left. Deani Spenick, a junior from Chardon, Ohio, and an Ohio Bobcat transfer, is going to be kicking this one off to Mr. Jackson. It was Turner who had all the kick return duties last week. And we know Quentin Jackson, one of the better return men in the nation when he has the chance. And we're ready to get this one underway when the TV folks say we can. Fresh 15 on the clock. There's more sun that is showing on the east side of the stadium The field is largely in shadows right now here on a Chamber of Commerce type of night. Spettek kicks it into the air. It's a high end-over-end kick, center of the end zone. It bounces, almost hits that blue padded goalpost, and it is out of bounds for a touchback. They bring it out to the 25-yard line. We gave you the Rice starters, the Owls offense, bottom 25 in the country in scoring at 21.6 points per game. This Memphis defense, top 30 in scoring defense at about 20 points per game. They've got Walker, Bell, and Whitlow on the line. Power 4 type of front line. You got to punch back against them, Coach Abel saying. Rousseau and Brumfield and Watts are the backers, and they have that Tiger safety, Wilson, Bracey, Cooper, and Ward, the extra DB. Here's the snap and a handoff up the middle, and the first carry for Quentin Jackson crosses the 30-yard line. He got 6 before that Tiger safety, Kamari Wilson, the Arizona State transfer, brings him down. Second down and 4, the 31.
I like that. Looks like the big boys up front for Rice are getting into those gaps, and you're going to have to do that. It's early, but I like that 6-yard run, JP.
Just got underway. Rice and Memphis. The Owls travel left to right. They'll snap him from the 31. Dickman in motion. A snap, a handoff. Jackson stutters his feet to the right side, runs right into Brumfield. The middle linebacker, Virginia Tech Hokie transfer, gets him after a gain of a yard to the 32. Third down and a true 3 yards coming up at the 32. This Memphis defense, they don't front no games, Nate Griffin.
No,
they can pop you.
They don't. And you can tell from that last hit on Q-Jack that they're going to hit you. These next 3 yards are going to be a tough 3 yards to get, depending on the play, obviously, that you call. But they need to get this first down to keep that ball, JP, right now.
Owls using some clock. They want, as Nate mentioned, they want that time of possession to be in their favor. 3rd and 3, the 32. Snap. Jenkins, little half roll to the left, dumps it out to Dickman, and he is hauled down behind the line of scrimmage, the 31. Bracey, the safety, has been really good for them. The UAB transfer brings Dickman down for a loss of 1. Well, they had the 3rd and short situation that they desired and got so much against UConn, but here they can't get the advantage in the opening possession, and Baqueta will punt it away.
Yeah, Memphis is very fast in the secondary, also very fast across the linebacker core. So whatever you do, because of the way that they play defense and spreading the field, you got to be able to get that play down the field.
Baqueta added to the Ray Guy watch list this week. I've met Ray Guy.
You met him?
John Cox, our buddy, introduced me in Hattiesburg a number of years ago before he passed. Here's the punt. It's a short one to Smith, coming up, calling for the fair catch, and he got bumped in the side by the Owls special teams member coming down, and a flag comes in. Most likely this will be interference on the special teamer, Davion Hook, a 38-yard punt. But I think Memphis will get some extra yardage here.
Kick action interference. Kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the spot. First down.
After one penalty last week, they get their first here.
Yeah, you don't want to create a lot of penalties, against Memphis, because neither team actually generates lots of penalties. I know Memphis is very low on the penalty chart. So if you're Rice, you got to play the same kind of very effective football without the penalties.
All right, the Memphis starting lineup as the series goes on. Brendan Lewis, former Melissa Cardinal there north of Dallas. Last week, 10 different receivers caught a pass in his career-high 307-yard day. 27 of 44. He sets up with twins to the right up at the 46. Snap in this scoreless first quarter. Drops it down to DeWosier in the backfield. He streaks up the sideline and darts for a first down deep into Owls territory before Blake Banish had to hustle over and force him out. They say he went out at the 42 for 12 yards. The rest of that Memphis starting lineup, Yakari Walker, the Colorado transfer, and DeSoto product is the center. Breland and Mitchell are the guards. Travis Burke from FIU is the right tackle, and Chris Adams from ODU and Hagerstown, Maryland, the left tackle. Rest the starters into Scotch. 1st and 10 down to the Rice 46. Snap handed to Ozier. Going right side. He is brought down by Hook. Davion, the safety, coming down to play that run for a loss of a yard. Mentioned DeWosier starting running back. Bram, Bussey, and Hawkins are the wide receivers. They rotate in a lot of tight ends. Christian Ross, the main one. Owls defense here in a second. Second down and 11 play, right to left. From the 43 of Rice, under the lights, the clap and the snap back to Lewis. Wears his blue number 2 on his white shirt. A draw, runs to the right side, gets by a slipping Banish, runs out of his arm tackle, but back to the line of scrimmage on the right side. No gain as Marcus Williams does a nice job playing that run.
Looks like the defense is going to be playing really tough tonight, JP. Give a little bit, but don't break. So far, though, what we're seeing a defense that is determined.
Now starters, Anianu, Botts, Banish, Matumbo on the line. Alway and Morris the linebackers. Chavez the Viper. Williams, Stevenson are the safeties. Porter and Harper are the corners. And a motion penalty comes against Memphis.
Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
Hard when the center is the one that commits that infraction. Third down and 16 now for the guys from the Bluff City.
Anxious to snap that ball, JP, because of what's happening up front. Trying to get a little bit of an edge, trying to get some leverage.
Right to left Memphis, scoreless, 3.5 minutes in. Third down and 16 at the Rice 48-yard line. Lewis out of the shotgun. A 3 wide receiver set. The extra tight end Adcock left side. Here's the snap. Lewis pressure from behind. Drops down, throws it streaking over the middle. Caught 32, middle of the field 30. Memphis receiver inside the Owls red zone. And Harper brings down Cortez Bram after a 30-yard nice little slant play. And they are cooking here.
Yeah, you work hard on defense to stop the run. All of a sudden you complete a pass, and that slant pass once again has been eating up that defense. Got to find a way to defend it.
Chavez gave him a lot of cushion there. That 30-yard gain. First and 10 at the Rice 18. The Rice red zone defense has been scuffling this season. The snap play action, a keeper. Lewis runs out of a couple of missed tackles as the Owls try to sandwich him, and he moves right, and the big fella waltzes in. He earned that per diem. And the paycheck, I guess, these days, is he gets in for the 18-yard score and just ran right through the Owls defense for an 18-yard touchdown. Wow, what a run.
That paycheck is bigger than a per diem, but I can tell you what, he certainly showed you what he can do. And it fooled a lot of the Owls defenders, and certainly they could not wrap him as he was able to hit the B gap there and take it to the house.
Ran right through Kane, and then another missed tackle or two, and Porter tried a little shove at the 2-yard line that he just brushed off. And Spedic comes on. He's 35 of 35 on his PATs, a cool kicking number 44. It's blue on his white jersey, kicks it through with the right leg, and Memphis has the early advantage. 25th ranked Tigers 7, and Rice nothing. Timeout on the field. 10:35 of the opening quarter as the sun is setting. It's shining off the medical center buildings to our right. It's just a beautiful night, but not a beautiful result so far for the good guys from South Main. This is Rice football from Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
10:35 remaining in the first quarter. Number 25, Memphis, is on the board after a 5-play, 54-yard drive that only took 2 minutes and 28 seconds. The 18-yard run by Lewis, and of course, Memphis leading by the score of 7-0. But I do believe, JP, the Rice Owls, again, one of the keys to the game is to maintain the football and maintain possession. You got to be able to hold on to it, which means you have to be able to convert on third down. If they can convert on third down on this next possession, next drive, they got a shot to do some things big, and they're going to have to tie it up really quickly because Memphis can put a lot of points on the board fast.
Yeah, and they're not going to wait for you to catch up. They'll put their foot on your throat and not feel sorry about doing it. And also big, sorry if you said this, but that 3rd and 16 play also, they get 30 yards. That doesn't help your defensive side of things.
Yeah, the 3rd and 16 play where you had something happen with obviously the kickoff or the punt, but at the same time, you still have to be able to make some plays if you can and try to make up for what you lost And I thought that the Owls might have been able to do that, at least with the one penalty that Memphis had, but not good enough.
Jason Metko, we'll get to Jason in a second. Houston Methodist is the official healthcare provider for Rice Athletics. Visit us at houstonmethodist.org. Houston Methodist leading medicine. Memphis 7 and Rice nothing. A beautiful night here at the early stages. Mood on the sideline early on, Scoops. Got anything?
The sideline players are hands on hips, kind of staring at a little bit of shell shock at the moment. I will say the student body is well represented with various costumes. We can talk about those through the course of the night tonight. Very wide-ranging affair.
I like that. And Jason filled in, did his best, put on his best Nate Griffin costume and filled in wonderfully at the tailgate before the game because someone had to have a nappy-wappy.
Well,
actually had to go get equipment back home, I think.
Yeah, that is the thing, but someone had been up since like 3:30 this morning and working. And
I got you, Nate.
Doing all, yeah, you got me? You feel me? Need a little bit of a break.
All right, let's redo those last 4.5 minutes of regulation. What do we say? Espeta kicks it high over the head of Quentin Jackson and out of bounds. It didn't even hit the painted part of the end zone. It hit that very thick white stripe on the back. And let's replay things for the Owls. This season, 21.6 points per game. Owls up to a top 13 team in the nation rushing the ball, 226 yards. Yeah, it was polar opposite third down plays. Rice had a 3rd and short, couldn't convert on its first series, and Memphis had a 3rd and long and did convert. That led it to the subsequent touchdown as Landon Ransom Goals goes in motion, a snap and a handoff to Quentin Jackson. Slides his way around the left end and got another nice 5-yard gain upfield before meeting DeMarco Ward, a senior from Miami, Florida, linebacker at Florida State. Now a safety here for the Memphis Tigers. He had 2 pick sixes the first 2 weeks of the season.
He's playing well.
Yeah, they can play. They've got some ballers out there. Twins to the right side, one tight end to the right as well. You got a tackle overplay here. Now 2 backs there in the backfield, snap and a handoff. Jackson, the backfield, gets crunched and sat on and pinched and poked by Puda Walker there, redshirt senior from Pensacola, Florida. Drops them for a loss of 2 yards, and that sets up Rice at a 3rd down, about 7, its own 28.
Right now, they're not fooling anybody. The eyes of the Memphis defense, they are up on the Rice Owls, and they can see everything they're running before they actually snap the ball. So the play call has been made defensively.
Willow and Matthews check in the receiving corps. Matthews near way. Here's the snap on a 3rd down and long. Half roll to the right side. Jenkins throws it off his back foot and airmails it high and wide of Landon Ransom, streaking out of bounds near midfield. Chris Bracey there in the area code, but that had no chance of being caught in. The Owls drive immediately fizzles. Bring it to a 4th and 7 from the 28.
That's 2 3 and outs. So now what you're going to have to do, your defense is really going to have to step up, see if you can get Memphis off the field. 3rd down, 4th down, see if you can make it happen.
Alex McKenna, 47 yards a punt his last 3 games. Sutton Smith back there. He's averaged 11 yards on his punt returns this year. McKenna steps up and kicks a high one that wobbles down in front of Smith, bounces out the 25 and takes a left turn out of bounds. I am A-OK with that punt, as it does not give Smith a chance to return it. And they say it is marked down around the 24-yard line. A nice 48 yards, some roll there for Mr. McKenna. 9:15 opening stanza. Memphis 7 and Rice nothing under the lights on Halloween. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Rice Athletics has announced the launch of the South Main Fund, a new way for donors to directly support Rice student athletes and help ensure we continue to recruit, retain, and develop the best in the nation. This fund supports NIL opportunities and provides resources to keep our teams competitive. Give today at riceowlclub.com/give. Go Owls. 9:15 opening quarter. Memphis 7 and Rice nothing. The Southern Estate. Nate is not there. Mama Griffin, I'm sure, is handing out some nice sweet treats.
Yes.
Do you have a go-to Halloween costume, or maybe little kid Nate going around Laurel, Hattiesburg metro area that you went as? Or?
No, you know what? I was trying to remember what it was I wore, and I cannot remember any of my costumes. I really can't. And today, I really wanted to have one, but I didn't have time.
Same, yeah.
I mean, I just didn't have time to put one together. And so I come to tonight as Rice broadcaster. Yeah, that's what we're with the white cap. That's the best I could do.
It's okay.
You know?
I am a Cowboy JP. I've got the hat over here. It doesn't fit over the headphones.
Well, it's not too big because, you know, our Mr. Bobby tried it on last year, took up half his face. You know, I mean, your hat took up half of Bobby's face.
Almost
we could barely see his nose. It almost covered Bob's nose. And I can tell you right now, that's a hard thing to do. With that, you got a big head.
We have an advantage next year, Lord willing. We make it that with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
If we make it that long, we have a Saturday Halloween game.
We make it that
long.
long.
We need to. We have a year to prepare. Next year, we're coming as the Minions, and Bob is going to be Gru. You know, the leader of the Minions. We already planned it.
I thought you had a great idea with the Minions. I really did.
I went to Spirit Halloween way up north near the Northern Estate, and they didn't have the big Minions costume. But anyway, we got a year to cuss and discuss that. All right, Memphis had a big opening touchdown to start things on the Lewis 18-yard run. Now he sits in the shotgun with a receiver, Bussey, in motion in front of him. 1st and 10, right to left at 24. Play action, rolls right, gets bumped by Wanjuaku, dashes right to Bussey, spins out of one tackle, wrestles his way up to the 25, and Amari Porter brings him down for a yard gain. Quick tidbit on Porter. His dad, former Memphis head coach Larry Porter, is here at the game. He's the running backs coach for West Virginia, playing at U of H tomorrow. Is that serendipitous or what?
I remember him when he was the head coach at Memphis. Yes, indeed.
2nd and 9 at their own 25. Right to left, the blue and white-clad Memphis Tigers here under the lights. They lead Rice 7-0. 2nd and 9. They're 25. Here's the snap to Lewis, looking left all the way. Hums a spiral. Caught at the 30-yard line and moving his way up is Sutton Smith. And he streaks his way up to the near hash. A gain of 6 and a first down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made by the Rice's linebacker, Ty Morris.
You know, the Rice Owls give up lots of space in that intermediate secondary route, and the stems and the slants are completed every time.
There's a 12-yard gain on that last one up to the 37. 8 minutes to go. Memphis 7, Rice nothing. The Owls need a big stop here. Clapping a snap. Lewis, play action, runs the near sideline and streaks out of bounds at the 36. Right in front of the aforementioned Amari Porter. Actually, we'll get a sack on that one, I believe. Loss of 1 on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 11 at the 36.
Need to be able to stop them in their own territory, because once they get in yours, they're running downhill now. They're playing downhill. They take a few more chances, might even throw one in the air.
Arroyo Morris coming in the interior of that D-line, the Caney product. 2nd and 11, the 36, halfway through this opening quarter. Lewis might be changing the play. 68% passer on the year. Thrown for over 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 4 picks. 2nd 11 to 36. Snap handed to Wozier. Clangs his way off right tackle. And what an alley. He runs by Alway. Runs out of an ankle tackle. Curly Q circles around a half turn to the right and picked up the first down before being brought down up near midfield. What a run by Wozier. Vontae Johnson eventually yanked him down, but 11 yards. It took him about 30 to get that 12-yard run, they say it is now.
That was a really good play on that jet, and I got to tell you, Rice Owls have to do a better job of tackling. Right now, they're not able to really tackle a guy. I mean, they get the one-on-one plays, and all of a sudden the guy's running over them.
Practically a new line. Bott, Saniano, and Bainish all come in. First down after the 48. Memphis leading 7-0. A handoff near way, and Smith, the back, slips coming out of the backfield and loses a yard on the play. Second down and 11 back at the 47. So there's been plenty of opportunities behind the chains for this Rice defense against the Memphis offense. But Memphis, so far, and again, it's not even 9 minutes into the game, they've made some big plays.
They got some quick guys, some fast guys, but still you have to be able to tackle. If they can tackle better, it's going to make for a better night.
Backup running back Pizon coming in now in place of Smith, who just slipped down. Second 11, they're on 47. 4 receivers set for the Tigers from Bluff City of Memphis. Here's the snap. Drop back. Lewis press up the middle in his lap, runs to his right side, way back to the 35, throws it back across the body to a sliding receiver that falls down. Pizan brought down by Porter in Rice territory. It goes for 5, maybe 6 yards into Rice territory. The 48, big third down coming up for the Rice Owls defense.
Yeah, this is a huge third down. If the Rice Owls can get this stop, which they need desperately, get them off the field.
So far, Lewis 6 of 6 for 59 yards and has that rushing touchdown. 3rd and 6 at the Rice 48. They're 1 of 1 on third down. So that big 30-yard completion. Adcock, the tight end, in motion to the far way. Twins left the wide side. Snap Lewis, right-handed thrower, looking over the middle now. Going deep ball. It is way too tall, about 10 yards over the stride of Bussey, the receiver. And incomplete. Looks like right now, as Porter had that last coverage, that Memphis will punt on a 4th and 6 near midfield.
Thank goodness that they were right beyond the 50. And that is what probably changed their mind in terms of going for it there. So a good plays, I should say, good hold, a good stop by the Rice defense, and a good overthrow by the quarterback.
He was not close to him.
No.
On that attempt. The punter's name is Lachlan Kerrigan from Melbourne, Australia, the freshman. Kick is high to Thompson. He calls for the fair catch, but goes out of bounds to catch it at the about the 13-yard line. Is that where they say that crossed the plane that went towards that Memphis sideline? We have a timeout on the field. 5:07 of this opening stanza. Memphis 7 and Rice nothing. Rice football when we come back. This is Rice football from Learfield.
From O-Week to homecoming to game day weekends, immediately down the street, come join us for a cocktail at our Michelin-starred Dim Sum Silk Road Excellence at the Courtyard by Marriott Rice University. We are the place to stay. Less than 2 miles from campus and minutes from Rice Village, we keep you close to the action. Call 713-661-5669 and ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
So, we gotta play our A game this week. No mental mistakes. Just go out there and play our brand of football. And that's just 4 yards a carry, 4 yards, and then 4 downs and 4 quarters. That's what we say on offense. The rule of 4, what we call it. So, we gotta match their energy, match their intensity. Their defense is gonna fly around. They're very physical. They got athletes all around the board. So, Memphis is a great opponent, and Friday night will be a good game. So we just have to be on our A game.
That's Quentin Jackson. Captain Jack joined us on the Rice Unfiltered podcast. We record that every Monday there in the Patterson Center. Quentin revealed something he hadn't told a lot of folks. He was telling me that it actually was close, him being a college baseball player. And so we talked a lot about the great baseball players on the Rice team, and also about how his head coach was a notable baseball player growing up, and then the Royal system, Coach Abel. But talking about a Memphis squad, scouts them out nicely. He knew they had some players, and early on Memphis 7-0 lead, 5:07 of the first, but a good response by the Rice defense there, and Rice gets the ball back now.
We knew they had to have it. They knew they had to have it too. You don't want Memphis to get 14 points upon you. All of a sudden you're trying to play uphill. So now the Rice Owls have an opportunity to put some points on the board, see if they can tie this thing up, but I really like the way they play. In regards to your interview with Coach Abel, I thought that the pregame interview was outstanding because he said some things that, we really, and he talked about the front four of Memphis. And Memphis does have a very, very rugged front four, and the Rice Owls went through a rugged test last week. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of that. I don't know why the ball's on the 13, especially since it was caught out of bounds on the 13. That doesn't mean it should be, placed at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, you think the arc of it, they're supposed to get it where it crosses the out-of-bounds line, but I don't know what kind of trigonometry they do, or just guess.
It's calculus.
They guess a lot of that calculus. All right, Rice has it now. Dalen Alexander's series, or at least the start of it, coming off a 5-rush, 9-yard performance, but he's averaged almost 6 yards per carry on the season. Stands to the right of Jenkins. Rice in a 7-0 hole here against 25th-ranked Memphis. Here's the snap. Jenkins, a keeper. He ducks his head after cutting right, and he'll cross that 15 up to the 16. He got about 4. Might say 3. Yeah, 3 yards. Second down at 7 as Rousseau and Brumfield combined on that tackle.
I love the cutback runs, but they have to make sure, especially with Memphis. Memphis does a thing called stay in your lane, and they don't really scatter too much out of the lane very much, which means that they can play from sideline to sideline very easily.
Matthews, wide receiver, moves to the left. Second and 7. They're on 16. Rice still has Alexander there right by Jenkins. Play clock down to 5 as the snap comes back, and a hand to Dalen. Short side right run as he tumbles over that 15-yard line. Did not get a gain as the center Stickle was pulling, and William Whitlow from Millbrook, Alabama, brings him down. Third down and 7 at their own 16.
That's why Memphis is so good up front with the front four, because they can tackle, and they're very hard to run against. So that's the biggest problem that they're dealing with. 12 yards total offense so far in this game for Rice.
I'd like a few more than that, please.
Yes.
Third and 7 left to right. Here's the snap and a quick hitch to the left side. That's incomplete to Dickman. The ball got knocked through in Memphis's safety combo. Wilson and or Ward over there.
The field is a forward pass that's incomplete.
Yeah, the pass was behind the line of scrimmage. It went forward. And Memphis doing the right thing, playing through the play. Kamari Wilson picked it up, and either way, it's a 4th down and 7 for Rice, they call it.
That's a very
they're going to look at this.
The forward pass is under further review.
That is a very dangerous play, especially deep in your own territory, and you're trying to throw, and you got a safety out there who's waiting on it.
Jordan got a good look at it. He thinks it might have been a backwards pass. Now, I wonder, they blew it dead. They're taught. I don't know if they actually go to, jokes aside, I know they don't go to a referee school. But the last few years, we've seen how they have played through the whistle. But they blew this one pretty early. They tossed it just a tad forward. It's tough to tell. It wasn't by much.
Well, that's what put it in the way. That's what put it in the way of the defender, where the defender actually had a play on the ball.
It had some cut on it. You got a 2-seam fastball here at the end of baseball season. Yeah. He threw it forward, but it kind of spun back where this could be close. I have seen crazier calls overturned.
Now, if Dickman had moved up, he could have gotten a pass interference call on that play, but not the way he actually ran his pattern. He ran his route.
Sorry, Nate, here we go. We have a call.
After review, the pass was backwards. It was recovered by the defense. However, a whistle was sounded. It will be 1st and goal for Memphis at the 7-yard line.
Wow.
Here's why I will politely say that's a terrible call.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't they've got the big folks here.
Right.
They have the big production companies. Got that high definition camera, Daniel B. I know you're the TV guy.
You can see
but
it.
We did not see an angle that was clear and went backwards. That's what is still so fuzzy to me. They might have had a different. Jason, you were so close to it. Did you get any kind of angle? Now
I'm kind of with you guys, but keep in mind, this big network TV folks here, they probably got a million angles that they wouldn't even show us.
And we've got the program feed piped in here. We didn't see anything that would deem that to be overturned. Snap, first and goal. Handoff to Wozier, right side. It was a goal to go at the 7. And he has stopped at the 6 right angle after a yard gain. Rice, big fella making the tackle. Christopher Clark Jolivet from Furr High School. Huge momentum turner in this first quarter.
Yeah, it really is. That's not what you wanted. You did not want to turn the ball over, especially deep in your own territory. That's a chance you take, though, when you throw a lateral pass.
Memphis 7, Rice nothing. Tigers looking to cash in on a Rice turnover. Second and goal at the Rice 6. 3 and change to go. Adcock the tight end in motion. Lewis the shotgun, the clap. He shows it to DeWosier, but keeps it, runs left, cuts it back up the middle, falls backwards into the waiting arms of a few Owls. Morris Kane Anianu in that neighborhood after a 3-yard rush. Third down and goal at the Rice 2.
Memphis right now is putting a lot of pressure on the defense. The Rice offense is putting any pressure on the Memphis defense whatsoever. So that means that the Owls defense, they're on the field a whole lot right now. And Brendan Lewis, the way he operates that offense, is trouble.
Pizan back in there. Keandre Henry checks in as well as a wideout. Snap to Lewis, hand to Pizan, trucks his way up the middle. Alway grabbed a hold, but Pizan drags him into the end zone for the touchdown. Memphis Tigers cashing in on that Owls costly turnover. They are up now 13-0.
Yeah, that was a very costly turnover and an easy 7 points. We talked about, the Rice Owls defense being able to stop Memphis, get them off the field around the 50-yard line a couple of possessions ago. And now here it is where Memphis is actually taking advantage of that because of a play. And now they've scored 7 more points.
PAT pending with that extra 7, mind you. As Spedic comes on, he does kick it through the pipes to make it official. 14-0 in favor of Memphis over Rice. 2:34 the first. I'm telling you, I can't hear with the here. They're showing the replay again. He threw it forward, and the ball had some spin on it. It had some tail where it got popped loose. We're talking about that turnover play where the Memphis safety Wilson picked it up. You have a big turnover, heavyweight boxing belt there they put on. They're showing, but easy picking, some stealing candy from a baby there on Halloween night. That easy picking short touchdown drive for the Memphis Tigers.
Yeah, kind of, it's very disturbing. I think Rice, they're going to have to put a little pressure on the defense. You got to throw the ball a little bit. I mean, they've tried to run it, and they're not fooling Memphis, so now you got to throw the ball a little bit. You got to try something that takes them out of their comfort zone. You're up, or down rather, 14-0. Can't wait much longer.
Quentin Jackson back to receive in this 14-0 Memphis lead, the shortest scoring drive by an opponent this year against Rice. 3 plays and 7 yards, all of 76 seconds. Pizan, the 2-yard rush as the ball twists and comes to this near sideline, but still over the head of Jackson. I wondered during the week, among many things, I've wondered, when are they going to change the college kickoff rule? We have seen more touchbacks this year, and kickers are getting better and better at every level.
Yep.
We don't see returns anymore, Nathaniel.
I don't know. It's hard to say when we're going to see a change. I mean, as long as the NFL continues to do what they do, we may not see a change.
Yeah. Yeah, like the NFL got more kickoff return, changing the rule. All right, Owls bring it up back to the 25. They need a score here. Here's the snap. Play action to Jackson, keeper, and an option down the line left side, and trucking his way slightly upfield. A gain of 2 yards. Quarterback Jenkins brought down by the safety Bracey, among others. 14-0, Memphis leads. 2nd and 8, Rice at the 27.
You got to look at what you're averaging per carry, and right now, you've got 3 rushers, and the average is a .8. So again, you got to test this Memphis defense to see what you can get. They've got some quick passes that they can rely upon.
It's the 4th possession of the game for Rice. They have 5 total yards. 2nd and 8, snap to 27. Handoff Jackson, runs his way to the left. The waiting arms of the safety, DeMarco Ward. Didn't have a stat last week. He's been active early here. Now 40 tackles on the year, and his 3rd behind the line of scrimmage. They might say that's back to the line, but 3rd down and 8 at the 27.
These boys play sideline to sideline, and they are nasty, and you can see the way they tackle. If you're not careful there, look, you're not going to have a yard tonight.
Barnett tight end left side. Twins to the right. Rice 0 of 3 on third downs. 3rd and 8, they're 27 to go left to right under the lights. A quiet Rice crowd here. Snap, fake to Landon Ransom goals. Coming back to pass, nowhere to go. Back to his left, and Jenkins is sacked. Around the 17-yard line, he's hauled down by Puda Walker. That's officially credit to him. That'd be his first sack of the season after a 10-yard loss, and Owls now have negative total yards on the game after that sack.
Yeah, Memphis is trying to take the fight out of them early. I don't think they can. There's much more fight in these Rice Owls. They just have not found the right calls yet offensively.
They said Jalen Bell helped out Walker, but Bell was the first one to get there, the Tennessee State transfer. All right, deep snap back to Bacchetta. Alex, I like you, but we're saying your name too much. He gets a high one up into the wind, comes down right to Smith and knocked away. Flags come in. The ball came loose, and Rice recovered, and the man stumbled down at the 30-yard line, but this will be Memphis football. The second interference penalty on the Rice special teams unit, I think.
Kick catching interference. Kicking team, number 4. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
He never signaled fair catch.
I didn't see that.
But he's allowed space to receive it.
He is allowed space to receive it. That is
Owls
correct.
just did not give him that.
Yeah, you can see on the replay, he didn't get the space.
First one to get to him was Marcus Williams there. Smith's like, what are you doing?
Wait just a couple seconds, and now you can make the tackle, trying to make a play.
Now Ty Thames got it, but it won't matter now as Memphis will start the football with the football up to the 49.
Well, both of those plays, both of those penalties have caused that. They've basically started at midfield because of both of those penalties.
And their other drive after the turnover started at the 7.
Exactly.
So, easy to say they've had an advantage in the starting field position here. 32 seconds left in this opening quarter. All Memphis 14-0 under the lights here, starting to take effect. Snap to Lewis, back to pass, stands on the balls of his feet, throws a dart over the middle. Sliding down is Bram, makes the catch inside the 35. They sit at the 35 as always. There to bring him down 16 yards over the middle. Cortez Bram from Baltimore, a teammate at Nevada with Lewis. They transfer together, and you can see that chemistry.
Yeah, you can. And the other thing is that this team already is picking on the middle of the field. Memphis has already found a spot that they like.
Brady Cluse has moved in among those 3 receivers. They do not get the playoff before triple zeros hit the stadium clocks
that is the end
around
of the
Rice
quarter.
Stadium. Well, a spooky first quarter, Nate Griffin. Hopefully they can turn things around in the other direction. Memphis 14, Rice nothing. We'll have stats and maybe check the schedule of games across the country. We come up next. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletics season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
How'd you like to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your home? Of course you would. Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Memphis 14 and Rice nothing. Rice -5 total yards. Memphis a few more than that. They have 110 total yards, but they have had such, they'd have had a lot more. Bust in, I'm matching my country outfit there. I dropped down to that East Texas draw there. They'd like to have a lot more. Lewis is efficient, 7 of 8 for 75 yards, but they had such great field position. 2 drives starting up near midfield after Rice catch interference penalties, and then a third one after wishy-washy overturn on a replay gave it to Memphis at the 7-yard line. That penalty or not, or that call over not overturned or not, Memphis has controlled this game.
Well, Rice has kind of helped them a little bit with the interference penalties, as well as the play deep in their own territory where they made the throw, the lateral throw, and obviously a play was made on the ball. Memphis able to take care of it and get into the end zone. But again, this is sort of on Rice. I mean, 3 really, really bad plays have caused a 14-0 lead going into the second quarter. How do you change that? You have to be a little bit more efficient with the football. You have to be careful as well while you're out here and understand what Memphis does well. And what they do well is play sideline to sideline.
Memphis, Lewis mentioned 7 of 8, 75 yards. Leading rusher is Lewis. He had the 18-yard touchdown to break the seal. 4 carries for 21 yards. And he has completed balls to 6 different receivers, led by Bram. He had that big 30-yard catch on third downs that set up their first touchdown. On the Rice side, not much to speak of. Quentin Jackson, 5 carries for 10 yards. Chase Jenkins, 1 of 2 passing for -1 yards. And the one completion was to Drayden Dickman for a loss of a yard on that play. Owls here against Memphis. Next broadcast of Rice football coming up against the UAB Blazers a week from tomorrow. Take note that that has been announced for a 1 o'clock kickoff against the UAB Blazers. Rice and UAB will be back from the Frankie Hicks radio booth 30 minutes before kick. You can hear it all in the Owls Gameday App, Varsity Network App, RiceOwls.com. That's an ESPN Plus web stream, so you can sync us up, syncmygame.com.
You know it's difficult?
Among other things?
It's difficult to know that you can play better football, right, and still be down 14-0. It's very difficult to know that. These Rice Owls can play better football. We saw it last week. They can play tough, but you have to limit the mistakes.
All right. 14-0 Memphis leads. 1st and 10 at the Rice 35. Here's the snap. A handoff right side. Big gash to the right. Clanging off backs is Pizan. And he will spin his way inside the Rice 30-yard line. Brought down by Joe Chavez, the Viper backer. But a 6-yard gain for Pizan. 2nd down and 4 at the Rice 29, right hash.
Really like the way Chavez has been playing lately. Would like to see him more involved in a few more plays.
Yeah, he's had a good last few weeks. 2nd down and 4 at the Rice 29. Memphis 14-0 lead. Snap back to pass Lewis. Pressured a bit up the middle by Banish, but he bails and runs. 25, zigzag 20, inside to the 15-yard line. He's finally hauled down by Andrew Alway. But a 1st down run. 13-yard line is where they'll snap this next one after a 16-yard keeper for Brendan Lewis. Scott Abel told me before the game it all starts with Lewis, and his run game, you got to corral him. The Owls have not done that so far. 1st down at the Rice 14-yard line.
Got to be able to tackle.
Just simple as that, right? It comes down to that. The tight end moved out right is Adcock. And Lewis right hash. 1st down at the Rice 14. Here's the snap. Handoff left side. Sutton Smith trying to poke his way through the left side. Got maybe a yard of the Rice line of scrimmage. Aqua Clemens. Very nice young man. Atlanta, Georgia native. Yeah, no gain on that play. 2nd and 10 at the Rice 13.
Yeah, we'd like to see Rice tackle a little bit better. That's part of the problem. They got to be able to wrap these guys.
Brady Cluse, wide receiver to the left. 2nd down and 9 at the Rice 14. Shotgun snap, Lewis looking short left. Sprints it out to the right side now. Stops, no pressure whatsoever. Hops and gallops to the right, 10, 5, and finally touched as he dives towards the 4. And out of bounds, he is short. That kind of came out of nowhere. He got 12 yards and a 1st down, but that quick extra burst and acceleration almost got him a touchdown out of nowhere before Connie and Harper stopped him shy of the pay dirt.
Well, the defense dropped back and went into pass defense mode, and so that left some space out there for Brendan to be able to run, and boy, he almost got to the end zone.
Pizan at the back coming in. He had their last touchdown, and Keandre Henry checks in wide to the left. 1st and goal at the 1. The snap, the hand, Pizan just like that. Easy Halloween night stroll in the neighborhood into the end zone for the touchdown. All Memphis, as Banish could not make that stop. And Memphis 20-0.
Yeah, that's That's tough right there. There was no tackling there. They got beat right at the line of scrimmage. Guys got blocked, and that hole was big enough for at least your truck to get through. So very unfortunate.
It's a big one, but not the biggest kind of truck. Right. Not a small size.
You got a big truck.
Hey, you do too. I'm going to give you props. It's a Dodge, but it's a nice one.
Got a big one. Got a big truck.
It's dirty, I'll tell you that. 250,000 miles.
Still a truck.
Kick is up and clangs off the top part of the vomitorium and back towards the field. And the Owls have to figure it out quick. Memphis up to a 21-0 lead after that Spedic PAT was successful. 12:25 of the second quarter. The Varsity Network App and the Owls Gameday App. 21-0 Memphis, 12:25 of the second. It's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Memphis 21 and Rice nothing. Peasan tacking on his second touchdown in about 8 minutes of regulation. 21-0 Memphis.
Yeah, that was a 6-play, 51-yard drive. The 1-yard run there. And Owls fans, we want you out at the next home game. It's against UAB on Saturday, November 8th. Kick time will be 6 o'clock. Tickets start as low as $22.
1 o'clock, sorry.
Oh, it's a 1 o'clock. Okay, that's what's here on the sheet. So we should have changed that. So it's a 1 o'clock kick. Tickets start as low as $22. Call 713-348-OWLS or go to riceowls.com. Make sure you come earlier than 1, to cheer on the blue and gray as they make their Owl Walk around 10:45. That's a.m. And stay for the pregame concert. Get your tickets for the Owls and Blazers, Rice and UAB. 713-348-OWLS and riceowls.com. It's a 1 o'clock kick versus 6 o'clock kick, which is on my sheet.
Yeah, don't complain. You could have listened to my read before. I said it was 1 last time.
Well,
they announced it, and I texted in the group.
I was actually.
Jason, didn't I text this week in the group text?
Here we
at
go.
1 o'clock?
I was. Here we go.
Wampy.
Yes.
Or he was working on his golf game at the range.
No, wasn't doing that. Wasn't doing that. I was definitely getting that nap, Jason. You're right.
Hey, you earned those naps, man. Better you than us.
Woo, they're critical.
12:25 in the second quarter. Lights have taken full effect here. Wouldn't mind 7, however you can generate that to give some hope back to the home faithful in attendance here. Halloween night, the Rice Owls and the Memphis Tigers, the 6th all-time meeting. Memphis leads the series 3-2. They snuck out that 1-score game last year over there in the Bluff City. National television affair as well. Peasant had a 3-touchdown game against Tennessee State 2 years ago, so that's not a career high. And this one is another touchback over the head of Jackson. The game's not over yet. Plenty of time for Peasant, a third-string running back. He scored their last 2 TDs. 21-0 Memphis. Rice the ball back. 12:25 in the second quarter.
I'd be insulted if the third-string running back is scoring touchdowns, 2, and then the third, I would be insulted.
Rice still -5 total yards. Their best play was their first one, a 6-yard rush by Quentin Jackson and a handoff here to the big freshman Hardeman. He plunges left side and got a couple up across the 27. I believe that was the youngster for the east side, DeAndre. Yes, indeed. Hard not to spot that chiseled 19-year-old frame there. As the Owls go tempo here. Receiver right, pistol set, they pop up. Dickman, slot left. 2nd down and 8, their own 27. Rice in a 21-0 hole. First few minutes of this second quarter. Hands out in front, snap Jenkins, hand to Hardiman, hops right, gallops back to the left, and squirms his way up near the 29-yard line. That's 2 more yards for DeAndre Hardiman. How about that post-game interview last week after he got that first career touchdown, a 10-yarder, and he was stoked still, celebrating in that Rice Owls locker room, talking to Metko.
Yeah, so much excitement in his voice, and you could hear the youth as well. But it was good to hear him and good to see him play well.
3rd down and 6. They're on 29. Here's the snap. Option right side. Jenkins decides to keep it, and they're all over that. Brumfield makes that pop behind the line of scrimmage. They are so good, as you mentioned, staying in their own lanes, and they play that good assignment option defense, and the Owls quickly have another drive fizzle. They'll punt here.
Yeah, they stay in their gaps. That's the defense that you can play against an option team. And all you got to do is stay in your gaps. Eventually, a defender is going to be able to make a play.
Sutton Smith going back to return this punt. He's from Powder Springs, Georgia. McKetta back to return this punt. Kicks this high back to Smith. Receives it at the 24. There's a flag on the play. Smith sees Park, breaks a tackle up past the 40. And Marcus Williams, textbook, helmet in chest tackle. The 44. That flag was back up near the line of scrimmage. And let's see about this laundry here.
During the kick, holding, return team, number 33. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick, 1st down.
Well, won't turn that down.
Nope.
48-yard punt, 14-yard return. Some of that will be nullified.
A penalty against the opposing team is always good. You just have to be able to capitalize on it. That's the thing.
Donovan Mathena, the guilty party there. 10:33 the second quarter. Memphis 21, Rice nothing. And Rice with the football. Excuse me, Memphis gets the rock back when we return. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
10:33 to go to the half. Number 25, Memphis 21. Your Rice Owls nothing. Scoops Metko on Halloween on the sideline. Champ. It's the bee's knees. Well, it's not right now for Rice. It's more of a quagmire and a sticky wicket. The R Association is the permanent group representing and providing support for all Rice University Little Runners. At this time, we'd like to recognize any former student athletes that are listening. Thank you for your continued support and dedication. Go Owls. JP, Nate, we got to go here, man. We got to find something offensively, but right now we got to contain this Memphis high-power offense.
Well, you got to find something defensively right now because, first of all, Brendan Lewis does not throw the ball errantly, okay? 4 picks on the season. That's all he's thrown. 4 interceptions. So don't look for him to do something like that. But Rice can't get any pressure on him, JP. So he's able to play as freely as he wants without having to really get his jersey dirty unless he just happens to slip and fall. So somehow you got to be able to get to him. Calling for a blitz, you subject your defense, your secondary, to deep bombs, right? And running forever if you know the pass gets thrown to a tight end or a wide receiver. If you don't put pressure on him, he's going to sit back and pick you apart with his run. So with the pass too. So you have to. What are you going to do? Pick your poison.
Their average starting field position before this drive, their own 46. So they have been camping out near midfield. Now this one starts at their own 14. Left or right, Memphis, 25th ranked Tigers lead the Rice Owls 21-0. 10:33 of this second quarter of frame. With Nate Griffin, I am JP Heath. Bob Schlinger on the stat board. Jason Metko down low. Walter Engineering. Jordan spotting. And appreciate Barron back at the studio as coming back to pass. Lewis hums a nice tight pass here to the near sideline. Caught by Bussey. He's edged out of bounds by Ephraim Dotson. Hightower Hurricane kid. 11 yards, though, and a first down up to the 26 near way.
These corners really are giving up a lot of space on the outside. And that's part of what you're dealing with here. They're running underneath routes. They're running out routes, slant patterns. You're not bumping them, none of that.
Bryce Dorsey from Hitchcock, Texas, down south, is in the game for Memphis. A toss left to him at the 21. Streaks across the middle of the 30. Flag on the play. It could be coming back at the 50. Stumbling at the 40. Now down the right sideline. I believe this is Bussey. Or no, it is 8. Dorsey, not 6. Bussey. Kane bringing him down, but this will be coming all the way back against those Tigers from the Bluff City.
Good. Should be a holding call
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Why?
Number 30. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
How did you get that on a pass that quick? I mean, that was a quick, almost a naked screen, Nate. I don't know how you get a roughing call that fast.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, they didn't call it a kind of a delay. Let's see.
He throws it.
Oh, my God.
It was a little love tap. Morris and Anianwu there in the area. He did go to the turf, but as we know, it's in a different officiated game this year this era around the quarterback.
It wasn't a 15-yard penalty.
He tacked it on 49 yards on the pass, and then you tack on 15 more, half the distance actually, so it ended up being a 13-yard half the distance penalty. And now first down and 10 at the Rice 12-yard line. All Memphis 21-0. Here's the snap. Handoff to Wozier. Came right, cut it back left. Ankle tackled at the 5 by Williams, and he stumbled down to the 1. Marcus Williams saved 6 there after that 12-yard jaunt down to the 1-yard line.
This is just too easy for Memphis tonight. I hate to see this from the Rice Owls defense when we know that they can play better. Memphis is getting what they want, and I'm not real sure about that penalty that was called with the last play. That was sort of lay off. Don't throw the flag on that one.
There have been a couple like that, Nate. Pizan looking for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Matt career high. He comes in. Jerry Cross, the big extra tight end, coming in there as well. The snap and a handoff. Right side. They say he did get in. Giving that to Pizan. He's their short yardage bruiser, and yes, he does. He gets in his 3rd touchdown of the first half. Frank Pizan, this one from 1.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Sure, they'll look at this. If it stands, his 3 touchdown rushes total 4 yards.
Pizan doesn't need any help from the refs.
Ruling of a touchdown is under further review.
He's a strong runner, no question. And right now, the Rice Owls defense, they're just not tackling very well.
He was wrestling with Christopher Clark Jolivet, who's a big old Houston Fur kid.
Yes, he is.
And he was like on the back of Clark Jolivet, reaching the ball back behind him. And again, what is ruled on the field initially is what counts here. Get a look at the ESPN view of things. Always helping out there too, but then Banish for good measure. But look at that fight from Pizan.
To Christopher's credit, he was really out of position to try to make a play. He had actually overrun the play a little bit and tried to hit Pizan, who had forward motion going. And then on top of that, Christopher Jolivet had one of his guys on top of him. And so that's a tough play to try to make.
If it stands, it would be 27-0 Memphis. If it's somehow overturned, Rice.
After review, the runner was short of the goal line.
There you go.
It will be 2nd and goal at the half-yard line.
It can't. I'm speechless. Where's the GIF? Oh, I'm shocked.
Gift of gab?
No, a GIF. You know, GIF, those things.
Oh, yeah, gift?
Yeah.
Something that you get that's free?
GIF, GIF.
Oh, GIF.
You know, on social media where the guy's going like this?
Oh, is that what? Oh, I got you.
Mr. Hip, social media guy, obviously.
Who I am not.
Color me shocked. A call overturned in Rice's favor.
Yeah, they did overturn the call.
And the ball's at the half-yard line.
Good job by Chris.
8:45, second quarter, 21-0 Memphis. So the Peasant touchdown taken off the board. Second down and goal at the 1. Under center now for a rare time, Lewis. Standard eye behind him. Lewis keeps, lunges over the big pile of bodies. I don't think he got that. Still short. So it'll be 3rd and goal inside the 1-yard line.
Well, we'll see what they do now. If Rice will be able to hold them here and get that half-yard line to go. They got the big boys up front. Does Rice.
Bryce Dorsey from Hitchcock out to the left. We do have that standard eye behind Lewis again. Tied in right side is Anderson. Snap, hand. Peasant will try it again this time. Tumbles over all way. No doubt about this one. He falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Tigers. It is a happy All Hallows Eve here in Houston for them.
Yeah, it's not a Halloween night, a good Halloween night for the Rice Owls. Right now, it's all about Memphis. They are running. They are throwing. They're doing pretty much what they want to do right now against the Rice Owls.
Peasant matching his career high, his 3rd touchdown of the game. We haven't even cleared the halfway point of the second quarter. They found themselves in a lot of short yardage situations, and their 4 touchdowns have all come on the ground. PAT is up and good. 28-0 in favor of the Memphis Tigers. They lead the Rice Owls, 7:54 this second quarter of play.
Yeah, that drive was rather easy for them there. As we're about to give it to you. 6 plays, 86 yards. Took 2 minutes and 39 seconds for the touchdown run by Frank Peasant. It was a 1-yard run. Goodness. Yeah, they're making big plays, JP. You know, this one on this particular drive, the 49-yard pass is what did it, and then they had the penalty. And the 15-yard penalty hurt as much as the 49-yard pass play.
I'll agree with that. 3 penalties on the night for Rice, total of 43 yards. Peasant came in with 3 total touchdowns on the season. He has doubled his touchdown output here. Very short kick, skips at the 25, and Hardiman winds up with the football, but whistles come in. He called that fair catch, and I didn't see it. I guess he called that fair catch. And
number 27 gave a signal.
What kind of signal?
Ball be at the 22-yard line.
Yeah. Can you clarify, please, sir?
Assume it was the fair catch signal. The bus
Please
chops
reset the
there.
game clock to 7:54. 7:54.
28-0, all Memphis here. Twins to the right side.
Okay. Thank you.
Memphis 218 total yards. Rice -2. It's been as much the Memphis defense as it has their offense. They've controlled this one all phases.
And Rice with the penalties, they've hurt themselves.
Twins right, one of those emotions. Snap, turn, hand to Jackson. Spinning up to the 25-yard line near way. Brought down by Chris Bracey. Give it about a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6, yes, to the 26-yard line. Hard snap. Now the guys pop up. Willow, receiver out to the right. As Dickman moves there too. 2nd and 6 to 26. Here's the snap. Keeper Jenkins breaks through the 30, 35, up to the 40. Best run of the night for the Owls. Bracey hauls down Jenkins up to the 46 after a 20-yard gain. By far the Owls' best play.
Finally nice to be able to say Memphis missed a couple of tackles on that particular run there. But nice job by Chase Jenkins to elude the defenders.
It can happen, huh?
Yes, it can.
Short side is to the right. Here's Jenkins out of that shotgun. Here's the snap. Quick hitch right side, caught by Dickman up into Memphis territory along the sideline. And got a few yards down to the 48. Jaden Dennis, backside corner, that tackle for a gain of 6 for number 6, Drayden Dickman.
Good play there. I like that. When, you get it out to him right now in the flat and let them do their own thing. And Dickman has that speed, JP.
He's pretty fast. 2nd and 4, the 48. 28-0 Memphis. Rice has the rock. 6:25 to go. Snap and a handoff. And Al's back. Quentin Jackson burst his way up the middle, but he meets the big blue Tigers wall. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 4. Jackson coming off that career-high 168-yard gain. Brought down by Kamari Wilson there.
One heck of a game, wasn't it? It'd be nice to see him be able to sort of emulate that tonight, maybe in the second half.
Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Rice 0 of 5 on 3rd downs. They only need 4 at the Memphis 48. They're moving right to left in their home blues. Here's the snap. Jenkins, half roll to the right side, zips it out to Dickman on the sideline. 1st down catch, the 40. Along the sideline, Ward, heavy hitter, shoves him out of bounds. And Owls starting to work something here. They loosen up that Memphis knee for a 9-yard pitching catch to Dickman.
Well, they're playing outside of the front 4, so they're getting the ball to the edges, and that's where you need to try to get it.
Matthews, receiver to the left for the blue and gray. 1st down of the Memphis 39, trailing the Tigers 28-0. 15 to snap it now. Owls driving from our right to our left. Dickman slot right side, hands in front. Jenkins takes that snap. He'll run it to the right. Finds a little bit of a crease and then ducks under a defender and squats down around the 37-yard line. Got a couple on that play. 2nd down and 8 for Rice. Puda Walker's had a good, strong first half. The one to hit him for the Tigers.
They're trying not to be predictable, but the passes, again, working outside of the front 4. Those have worked so far in this drive.
Aaron Turner, slot left side. Landon Ransom goals wide to the left. 2nd and 7, the Memphis 36. Jenkins out of the gun, takes the snap, play action, runs to the left, stops, hoists it left side, high and incomplete. Turner was in the area code, so was Ransom goals. Marion Cooper there on the pass coverage. 3rd down and 7 at the Memphis 36.
They're getting to the backfield because whatever lane defender doesn't take, there's a second defender who is delaying and then taking the lane and causing some pressure on Jenkins.
3rd down and 7 at the Memphis 36. Owls are 1 out of 6 on 3rd down. Their only 2 first downs of the game are on this drive. Ryan Guillo, one of the receivers. 3rd and 7 to 36, down 28-0 to Memphis. Here's the snap. Jenkins play fake, zips a hard one right, caught by Turner, but nowhere to go. He caught that behind the line of scrimmage and shoved into the Memphis bench area, but he pops up. Kamari Wilson, that tackle, and Owls are pushed back, and wouldn't be surprised if the Owls go for here. It was a loss of 1 to Turner.
What do you have to lose? I mean, this is the best field position for the most part they've had tonight, so you may as well go ahead and take a shot at it.
4th downs this season, Rice is 47%. 11th in the conference, 99th in the country. That Memphis defense, top 50 in the country defensively. 4th and 9 at the Memphis 38. Shotgun snap, Jenkins half roll to the left. Throws it here, left side, caught by Turner, the 37. Checked at the 27. Bracey there. They'll give him the 1st down to the 27-yard line. And a 1st down. You had to attempt that there, and the Owls come up successful.
I love it because you got number 1 getting to his spot. That's where he had to get. And Chase Jenkins did a nice job with a defender in his face. Rolled out to his left, released the ball very quickly.
By far the Owls' best drive of this game, trying to soften up that stingy Memphis defense. 25th ranked Tigers lead Rice 28-0. 1st down Rice. Here's the snap and a handoff to Turner around the right end on the 10th play of the drive. He sweeps his way out of bounds near the 20. Ward and Bracey sandwiching him on that tackle at the 20. Gain 7, 2nd down and 3 right at that 20.
Turner doing a nice job there of getting to the outside, especially after the quick pass to him. So nice job by getting up the field.
Jackson the back. Gun, as always, for Jenkins. Nickman in motion. Snap. Play action. Back to pass. Thrown right side. Open to Barnett. Flag comes in as he dropped it at the 5. But a flag came in. See if it's interference. against Dennis, the corner.
Goodness.
Holding. Defense, number 31. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Dennis was that area of the coverage, but they had Ward, the safety, on that defensive hold.
But you kind of hate that play didn't work, because that is the one play that could work, right? You got one defender out there, one defensive back out there, and Barnett's by himself. So you want that play to work. That's a great play.
Yeah, he dropped that. It would have been 6. Memphis 28, Rice nothing, but the Owls have it first and goal at the 10. Here's the low snap. Jenkins picks it up off the carpet, runs to the right, and he is slammed down. Defensive left side by Kamari Wilson, their Tiger safety, IMG Academy and UAB. Lost 2 on the play. Second down and goal at the 12.
Perfect kind of an offense to throw a backside pass. It really is against this defense. And they have been very aggressive tonight. Rice has been somewhat predictable. They've read it. And the only thing they're doing is staying in their lane. So a perfect opportunity for that.
Owls have to snap it once before the 2-minute timeout. Second and goal at the 12. And a 28-0 hole here to Memphis. Snap. Short side right. Back to pass. Jenkins throws back across the middle. Caught by Turner. Touchdown, Rice Owls. He got it in front of Bracey, knocked him down the end zone. 12-yard touchdown. Fly, Owls, fly. Here's a trick-or-treat snack for you. Owls finally get on the board.
That's the play you wanted right there, Beck. It was a bit of a backside throw because you had Chase rolling out to his right, and you had one, and I love that kid Turner, who ran a nice little slant route, disguised it just a little bit, and it was perfectly thrown.
Chase Jenkins getting his 6th touchdown pass of the season. And that's Aaron Turner's first touchdown catch as an out. PAT try from Enoch Goda up, and it is barely good over that goalpost. It looked like he almost kicked that with his ankle or his calf. It fluttered, or somebody got a piece on it, and it barely got over that low post there.
Yeah.
But it still counts as a point. It went through the uprights. 28-7, Memphis leads Rice. Timeout on the field. The Varsity Network app, the Rice Gameday app. This is Rice football from Learfield.
I like that play call.
This is Rice football from Learfield. Dummy Studio.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
All right, we got a different score now. 2:03 remaining in the half. And the Rice Owls get on the board. It's 12 play, 73-yard drive. 5 minutes and 49 seconds. The 12-yard pass from Chase Jenkins to Turner. It was a nice little backside throw, I thought, because you had Chase rolling out to his right, and he threw that slant pass to Chase, to Turner, and they were able to finally complete it. So a good play there. Nice plays during that drive as well, JP, I thought.
Echoing a little of what you said, leading up a couple plays before that touchdown pass. So much potentially open on the backside because of the way defenses have to overcommit to the run.
Over-pursuing, correct. Yeah. That's exactly what they're doing. They're over-pursuing. Memphis is a very aggressive defense, but they're staying in their lanes, and that's where you have to be careful because you can get a paw up when you stay in your lanes, knock the ball down, or potentially knock it into the hands of one of your teammates, and that would be a defender taking it back the other way. So that was just a good play call, good play design as well by the Rice Owls offense.
28-7, Memphis leads Rice. 2:03 to go in the second quarter. Remember, the Tigers get the ball to start the second half. They have their up-in very close. Their deepest returner, Smith, is at the 17-yard line. Jason, what's the wind like down there?
It is blowing towards Smith's face, so it looks like he's backing up now.
Okay. He backpedals as they break that special teams huddle, and Enoch Goda backing up to his 25-yard line. Memphis 28, Rice 7. Appreciate you finding us on the Owls Gameday App, Varsity Network App, riceowls.com, and the Owls social media pages in the booth as well. That's over the head of Smith. Can I bring it up? Powers that be. Well, they changed the kickoff. We just have a touchback fest. Haven't seen a lot of returns this year. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line, left or right. They'll have one play and then the 2-minute timeout. So no big, I know you live in a gated community, so no candy out to the kiddos tonight.
Who told you I live in a gated
plantation, right? Sienna? Plantation.
I tell you, no, I don't live on a plantation, and I don't live on a gated community.
That moat, that TV money. All right, 1st and 10, back to their 25-yard line. Here's the shotgun snap to Lewis, back to pass, drops the arm angle down, throws it to the tight end, Anderson, right, and he got chopped down right at the line of scrimmage. It gained too much. Actually, I gained 4 yards upfield, the 29-yard line. And we have that aforementioned 2-minute timeout. 1:57 second quarter. All Tigers. Memphis leads Rice 28-7 on the Varsity Network app, the Rice Owls Gameday app. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI, all in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Abel, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
Memphis 28 and Rice 7 here. 1:57 of the second quarter after the 2-minute timeout. Rice Owls head coach Scott Abel will chat with Jason Metko. We hope going into the halftime festivities, and then we'll hear a bit from OC Vince Munch at the break and a Rice Unfiltered recap. And old Bobby Schlanger, dressed up as a high-powered attorney, it looks like. He will have a chat with Nate, talking about all things Rice athletics. Want to give a quick promo. Rice basketball starting coming up Tuesday. I'll have the call against the College of Biblical Studies. I'll miss the game out at Oregon next Friday, but a couple times this week, I guess once last week, had a meet and greet behind us in the village with Coach Lanier, Coach Edmonds, and Seth Houston as well, the Rice swimming coach. But we had basketball media day, and Coach Lanier, as he said in some other chats, we're going to be better. We want you on the ground floor now, but how about that Rice media day this week?
I liked it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. He said that they're going to be a good defensive team. He talked about them being tough, but I also had them on the show as well, JP. So, you know, we're making sure that Rice basketball is exposed. I think they have a shot to really be good this year. And you know, with some great players, some good players on the squad, got some guys who got some experience last year in the American. They have a chance to be much better.
Yeah, they will be better. And they've got Jalen Smith, after he sat out the redshirt year. I think he'll be the big guy that'll take some scoring load off of Trey Broadnax. And Andrew Kuche coming back. Good having Nick Anderson playing for his third different Houston area team after starts of St. Thomas and Prairie View. Going to be good to have Anderson. Of course, the Rice women opening up against a tough South Dakota State team coming up. That's on the road coming up Thursday. All that action can be heard here on the Varsity Network App, Owls Gameday App, or riceowls.com. All right, continuing this series, he paid some bills. 2nd and 6 up to their 29-yard line. Memphis 28 and Rice 7. Lewis, hash right, takes the hard waist-high shotgun snap. Morris in his lap, right up the middle, 30, 35, 40. Lewis touched at midfield and then dragged Porter down into Rice territory, the 48. Dotson and Porter teamed up on that quarterback keeper of 23 yards.
The defense had him. They just couldn't get him in their paws to sack him. All of a sudden, he breaks free up the middle of the field.
Lewis, no shrimp, 6'3", 210, fifth-year senior. Near the last minute and a half of the second quarter, all Memphis 28-7. In Rice territory, back to passes, Lewis. Back into his right, and he just hums it out of bounds high and goes into the stands. Marcus Williams in that general vicinity, 2nd and 10 at the Rice 48.
He's really good in the over pursuit. I mean, if you over pursue, he's going to run past you. But I thought that the Rice Owls had a chance to hem him up before he was actually able to break loose. And again, just too strong to be tackled.
Minute 26 left in this first half. Memphis, all 3 of its timeouts, for what it's worth. Rice has all 3 of their timeouts too. 2nd and 10, the Rice 48. Lewis trips left, 1 short side right. Back to pass. Throws short side right. Caught with 2 hands of the 43. Receiver curling back Graham. And Graham is shoved out of bounds in the 40. From Dotson, they say he'll move the chains. Actually at the 38-yard line after he picked up the sticks for 10 yards.
Well, it's a big game for them, but because it keeps, like you said, the chains moving, but it continues to move the Rice Owls back the wrong way.
Clock stopped at 1:21. Second quarter, Memphis 28 and Rice 7. All right, Clapp back by his right. Cornerback Lewis, Twins left. Now show a little pressure up the middle, back off that. Snap Lewis, looking left, arcing a high arcing spiral to the left. Caught by Ross, the tight end, and shoved out of bounds by Porter at the 26. 11 yards and another first down. That was his best throw of the night.
Yeah, Memphis wants to get that 7 points back, so they're doing what they need to do, running their 2-minute offense and trying to get back into the end zone once again. I don't know what you can do to get some pressure on this guy, but you got to do something.
It's that whole 11 on 11 as we've talked about over the years.
Yeah.
He makes you account for him. 1st and 10, the Rice 26. Snap and a give to the back to Ozier, and he is swallowed up by that Rice interior defensive line, and Alway helping out on that tackle around the 23-yard line.
Memphis, 30 seconds.
Memphis uses one of those 3 timeouts after the DeWozier 3-yard rush. Came in there second leading rusher behind Sutton Smith, but it's been Pizan with 3 rushing touchdowns. It's been the story for Memphis. Had some short fields and was catching up after some trick-or-treating or a Halloween party. It's all Memphis, 28-7, 4 rushing touchdowns. But the Owls just started to get the ball moving that last drive.
Yeah, they really haven't. So far, they have 66 yards total. That's total offense for them tonight. Rushing yards 23. So they've got to be able to do a little bit better. And penalties, no more penalties in the second half, please. 3 for 43, and 2 of them really hurt badly. Gave Memphis a short field on returns, and of course you can't do that with Memphis. They don't need your help.
Memphis 28 and Rice 7. 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line after that quick 30-second stoppage. Back to Wozier by quarterback Lewis. Line chatting about some adjustments and a protection. Here's the snap. Back to pass Lewis. Press to his right. Runs away from Wajuaku. A flag comes in as he holds it near the sideline and whips it down the sideline. And incomplete towards Bram. Probably a hold against Memphis, I would imagine.
Well, you kind of hope that, right? 1 penalty has gone against Memphis that we were pretty happy about. So let's see if we can get 2.
Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Wajuaku got held by Burke there. Hollywood, Florida native, FIU transfer. He's got to be a salty dog coming out of FIU.
If I said to you that they've probably missed more than just 2 or 3 holding calls tonight.
Among other things. Added some other calls too, yeah. I would not disagree with you.
I love the refs, though. They're good guys.
Second down, and they'll say 17 as Clemens comes in there on that D line. They're at the Rice 33. Memphis 28, Rice 7 here. Last minute, 02 left. Snap. Back to pass. Lewis sets up a screen left to Duosier. Runs left all the way. Tracks him down around the 30. Not much can run away from the double major of engineering and what AI was telling me earlier in the year. Like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what your major means, much less what you study. Went for 4 yards. Third down and 13.
Yeah, they always. I really like him. I think he's got a shot to maybe play at the next level, but right here is where he needs to make his mark.
Third down and 10. Check that. Third down and 13 at the 29. They're 3 out of 4 on third downs. Lewis, his hands out in front of him. Wrist tape. Snap. Drops it down right. Caught by the big tight end Adcock. Middle of the field. He's tackled at the 19-yard line. So they got 10, but they needed 13.
Well,
fourth down and 3. Mutombo combining with Alway on the stop.
I mean, you see your Memphis quarterback sort of walking towards the sidelines, and you know we're not exactly sure what the plan is, but
second charge timeout, Memphis. 30-second timeout.
There you go. That tells you right there. Lewis.
2 seconds left. I had assumed they had called that timeout earlier, so they're playing for the field goal here.
Well, you know, I kind of stated the obvious there. Hey, did you call a timeout or not? You know, I mean, the refs just told us that. But Brendan Lewis was actually walking back towards the sidelines as if they were going to call a timeout. They want to try and get this 7 points back.
Well, it'll be 3. They are attempting the field goal here. Spenik this season is 10 of 13 on his field goals. His only misses have been above 40 yards. This will be 36.
So they'll get 3 of the 7, maybe.
Mr. Mathematician Nate Griffin chiming in.
I'm not always able to add properly or correctly.
Going to the Rice guy in the booth. Bob, if there's a math equation.
Bob.
Officially call it 37. Holder is the backup punter Gillis from Olive Branch, Mississippi, Nate. 4th and 3, the 19. It'll be a field goal attempt coming up here for Spenik. The kick is up in zone to our right, and it is good as time expires in this first half clock. Memphis 31 and Rice 7.
That is the end of the first half.
Here from Coach Abel coming up here in a matter of moments as I see Scoops Metko dressed up on the sideline there. Yeah, here comes Coach Abel in a second with Mr. Metko. 25th ranked Memphis 31, Rice 7. Here's Jason.
Some found momentum towards the end of the first half, Coach. How do you pick that up again and carry it to half 2?
Well, I mean, we at some point you just got to make some plays. And our guys made some plays on that drop, right? Got a little protection, found a little something. You know, now we got to maintain that. So, you know, very frustrating half. There's no doubt about it. But, hey, we got 2 quarters, right? Now we got to come back and play our best half.
What are they doing that's affecting you guys the most?
Well, they're winning the line of scrimmage on both sides. That's it in a nutshell, right? And I would say, to the fact they're probably dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides. And when that happens, right, then yeah, that's going to be a long play for your guys. So we got to figure out how to reestablish that.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Jason. Memphis 31, Rice 7. Bob and Nate with an athletics update coming here in just a second, and I'll have a recap of Coach Munch on the Rice Unfiltered podcast. At the break, Memphis cruising 31-7. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
Rice fans, need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
On the Rice Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to halftime coverage. Coming up, scores from around the country, highlights, and stats from our first half.
Halftime, Memphis leading Rice by the score of 31-7, and boy, they've got to find something that's going to work for them in the second half. Joining me now, Bob Schlanger, with what's happening on campus at Rice University. What you got, Bob?
Well, Nate, tomorrow, the cross-country's in action in Charlotte, both men and women in the American cross-country championships. The men are led by Gus Gannon, one of the best middle-distance runners Rice has had in years. And the women are gunning for a really high finish. I think they feel like they may have an outside chance if everybody's healthy and everybody runs well. So Jim Bevan, Hall of Fame member, and now John Moran, a Hall of Fame member, they'll both be in action in Charlotte tomorrow. Tuesday night, well, women's soccer actually starts the conference tournament on Monday, and they'll face Tulsa. Tough loss last night at Tulsa. Tuesday, where men's basketball is in action, and you get to see Rob Lanier, and I think Rob is one of the best guys I've met, and I think he can coach them, and I think, it's a tough economic situation now, but I think we're going to be successful in men's basketball. Lindsay Edmonds had a great start to the season with a scrimmage against a good scrimmage against Texas State, and then played Mary Hardin Baylor and scored 102 points in a women's basketball game. So they're looking for a really good season. They'll be on the road next week at South Dakota State, as JP mentioned, and then back home the following week. One thing to mention is women's volleyball had a slight bump in the road in the second set today, but swept East Carolina by huge scores, so 3-0, and they're back in action at home next weekend, and it'll be the last time you get to see the 5 seniors in action at home. They have had a great season. They're now 10-1 in conference, tied for first place, depending on what South Florida did today. So I want to mention Gabby Mansfield, Lademi Ogunlana, one of the great athletes Rice has ever had, Taylor Johnson, Taylor Preston, and my favorite, Darby Harris. Last weekend at home, next weekend. So if you like volleyball and you want to see some great athletes, come out and see Rice volleyball next weekend.
Bobby Schlanger, all over it, guys. So make sure that you take heed to what he said. And come on out, watch some basketball, volleyball, as well as soccer. All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. We'll see you on the other side of the half. 31-7, Memphis leading Rice. You're listening to Rice Football on Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you They'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott Rice University is their preferred choice, whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus, we provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and, of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student-athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Abel, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast. Welcome back on the Rice Owls Halftime Show. This week on the Rice Unfiltered podcast, we got to know a little bit more about offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Vince Munch. Here's part of that conversation.
As a coach are always high, right? They're always high. You know, it's hard to meet any coach's expectation, of course, right? Whether it's a live rep or a practice rep, right? But, you know, it was a whole new way of thinking for the offense. Right, from their previous, system that they were in. It's a whole new verbiage, whole new language, and a whole new way of thinking. So they had to overcome that hump. Then they had to overcome the hump of the timing of everything and the pace that we want to play at, things like that. So it's a work in progress, and to their credit, they show up every single day, eager to learn, and putting their best foot forward every single day.
So for those that don't know, Coach Munch came with Coach Abel. All 7 years they were together at Davidson. Coach Munch, an assistant. When did you first meet Coach Abel?
Coach Abel hired me on his staff at Washington and Lee in 2012. So spring ball 2012. Joined his staff as the tight ends and receivers coach. That was my second job out of college. So you know how it goes in the profession. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Yeah. And that's how I got on. Had a great time at Washington and Lee on his staff, and had to leave him for about 360 days, one football season, not even a full year. And then I joined him again at Davidson as the offensive line coach. Yeah.
And was it slam dunk? Sorry to use a crossover sports pun there analogy, but was it an easy decision to come to Rice and follow him from Davidson?
Yeah. I just, the way he runs the program is something that I believe in, and it's a blast to work for him. So it was a pretty easy decision. Yeah.
He talked glowingly about you as a coach and a human, all that good stuff. But where I want to drill down is he also talked about you being close to as competitive about him. And I asked him this question. And so he said, no, you asked Coach Munch this. And he talked about being a good racquetball challenger. Have you beat him in racquetball? Or do you defer to the boss man?
No, I haven't beaten him. I've won a game or two, but not a match. I've won a game or two, but I can give him a good game. I can give him a good game. His hand-eye coordination is pretty elite. So, but I give him a good game. I'm definitely number 2 on staff.
You can hear the whole conversation with offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Vince Munch on Rice Unfiltered. That's on Apple and Spotify and the Rice Owls YouTube channel. More coming up Rice and Memphis. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
From O-Week to homecoming to game day weekends, immediately down the street, come join us for a cocktail at our Michelin-starred Dim Sum Silk Road Excellence at the Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University. We are the place to stay. Less than 2 miles from campus and minutes from Rice Village, we keep you close to the action. Call 713-661-5669 and ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and, of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Abel, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Rice University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Rice and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Rice University.
The 25th-ranked Memphis Tigers proving why they are nationally ranked. They have a 31-7 halftime advantage. Looking at the stat board, them Tigers of the Bluff City, 284 total yards, 175 passing yards from Brendan Lewis. And Rice just 66 total yards, 43 in the air from Chase Jenkins, and just 23 rushing yards. Memphis 15 first downs, Rice 5. Memphis 3 of 5 on third downs, Rice just 1 of 7. Rice was 1 of 1 on its only fourth down conversion, but this stat is as big as any outside the scoreboard and the total yardage, I suppose. But Memphis is averaging 8.1 yards per play and 12.5 yards per completion. So let's add it up, sum it up. They got the big plays and the big short yardage runs that get set up by those big plays. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's how you have 31-7.
Yeah, Rice is only averaging 1.3 yards per rush. So you got to be able to get something done. And you heard what Coach said, Coach Abel said right before the half. He said, we're getting beaten on both sides of the ball, right? In the trenches, for the most part, line of scrimmage. So how do you resolve that? You got to get the ball out of your hands much quicker, which means you need to throw the ball. And I do mean try to hit the edges. Get away, throw it to the flat. Let guys do what they can do. Just don't try and hold the ball very long.
Some other stats, Memphis is 5 of 5 in the red zone. Rice is bottom. They're next to last in the country in opponent's red zone, and that pace has continued. Memphis has cashed in every opportunity, and Memphis also leads in the time of possession, almost 16 minutes. Rice has it a little bit over 14 minutes. On the turnover side, Rice has the 1 turnover that's resulted in the 7 Memphis points that set up that short field, and 7 tackles for a loss for Memphis. Rice just 2. On the individual stat column, Brendan Lewis from Memphis, balls barely touched the Rice Stadium turf. 14 of 16 passing, 175 yards. No touchdowns, but no picks. But he leads them in rushing. 73 yards on 8 carries, that 1 touchdown. But Frank Peasant, yes, that Frank Peasant, jokingly say, 5 attempts, totaling 10 yards, but he's got 3 rushing touchdowns on the game. He is their short yardage guy. and 9 different receivers catching balls on the 14 completions from Lewis. He's really good at spreading it around, but no receiver over the 1 catch of 49 yards from Dorsey. For Rice, Chase Jenkins picked it up on that last drive, 7 of 9 for 43 yards passing, and Quentin Jackson 7 rushes for 14 yards to pace Rice. Aaron Turner, his first touchdown as an Owl, among his 4 catches, totaling 29 yards. Second half coming up next. We might check that schedule and hear Coach's thoughts on candy corn. That's coming up next. Memphis 31, Rice 7. This is Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that goal.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Yeah, she'll be at the stadium, right?
Yeah.
She'll leave candy out on our front stoop for whoever comes by our house. And, she loves seeing the neighborhood kids. Mm-hmm. She really does. And in the past, I've worked really hard to try to get there for the tail end of some of that with her. I hadn't always been able to do that because of Halloween and football season. So I don't have a go-to, but I love the Halloween candy.
Yeah, that's Dunleavy Family of Football coach Scott Abel with me on the Rice Unfiltered podcast this week. He later told us that candy corn is his favorite candy, and I think you either come really pro candy corn or anti candy corn. And I told Coach as Jason and I walked up, Coach, I'm sorry, I meant to get you some candy corn, but I didn't find any in my mad dash because I like to supply drinks sometimes.
You're very good at that.
But here today, I went with the regular staples. You got the Reese's, you got the Kit Kat, and you got the Hershey. I couldn't find candy corn, but I told Coach no candy corn. That's all right. People heard the podcast, so they got me candy corn in his office, and he gave me some candy corn. See, it's full circle.
See, I mean, look. So first of all, shout out to Coach Abel because he loves candy corn. But shout out to both of you because the podcast is working.
Those that are listening, at least.
The podcast is working.
So you're pro candy corn, I'm hearing.
I don't eat candy corn, but I have no problem with people who do.
Did you eat your candy over there I left for you?
I have not eaten.
Not a big candy guy.
No, sir.
Come on, it's Halloween, man.
I know, but my wife bought something for me. I'm going to go home and eat it.
Okay. Throw it down. Plus, you got a free Saturday, stock up the sugar.
Yes.
All right, Memphis, onside little pooch kick from Goda. Kicks it over the first line of the special teams unit for Memphis, and the returner slid back to return that, or at least recover it at the 35-yard line.
Look at Rice.
That was Cluse, the receiver, one of the up men there.
I like it. I like the creativity.
Well, it didn't work, but still.
But that's okay. I like it. You got to try something. You got to do something differently. And I like that. Nice pooch kick.
All right, they start at the 35-yard line. Right to left, the Memphis Tigers. That first half, 284 total yards. Brendan Lewis, friends with Rice's Play Wyatt since they were 7 years young, playing up there in that North Dallas area. First and 10 from the 35, up 31-7. Snap and a handoff. Banging his way up the middle, twists around to the left side, and the Memphis running back flying into the air. Pizan had the short yardage carries for touchdowns in the first half, and he snaps off a 9.5-yarder as Kane brings him down short of the sticks of the 44.
So you got to be able to tackle. If you can tackle, you can slow them up a little bit. They want to go tempo. When they're running over you, they just went for 9 yards. If you can tackle, you can slow them down just a little bit.
Bussey from Hutch JC out to the right, and they have receiver Hawkins in motion. Snap and a little bit of page out of the Owls book as they cross the backs, and they hand off to the one back is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there for the Memphis back as Christopher Clark-Jolivet stuffs Pizan there. Third down and 2.
He was a good player at first, and it's good to see him out there playing well. Gained a little weight, gained some muscle. He looks like a real defensive tackle. Good to see him out there making some plays.
Memphis 3 of 5 on third downs in that first half. They need 2 here from their own 43. Right to left under the lights here. Halloween night. Owls walk the safety towards the line. Here's the snap and handoff. Stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Memphis back is shoved back to the 42-yard line. Good job by the Owls. Tony Anianu brings down Nwozie there behind the line. So Rice holding serve on the first drive, it looks like, as Thompson goes back to return this punt.
Would love to see them get some good yardage here to have good starting field position with this next drive. That's been the big Achilles for them in this game.
It's the second time we've said Lachlan Kerrigan's name. He kicks this one high. The freshman from Melbourne. Fair catch. Called for at the 9-yard line by Tyson Thompson. It's the 17th time this season a Kerrigan punt has resulted in a fair catch. 47 yards. And the Owls will start from their own inside their own 10-yard line. 12:58 second half. Third quarter play. 25th ranked Memphis 31. Rice 7.
So now we get a chance to see what differences the Rice Owls will change from the first half, and whether or not they get that ball out of the hands of Chase Jenkins a whole lot quicker than they did the first half.
They adjusted a lot towards that end of the second quarter. Let's see if they can adjust on their adjustments. Snap, handoff to Jackson, plowing his way left tackle. Down a few yards. It's a special run there. Sam Brumfield takes the brunt of that licking as Jackson can dish out that pain. Second down at 6, the 14.
Well, it was a handoff, and they hit the A gap, and not a whole lot there, but you get 4 yards on that first carry.
Second down and 6. Jackson still in there. Twins right. One of those is Matthews. Snap, a give to Jackson again. Runs right and got bumped by Walker, the nose tackle, but Jackson sliding his way forward. 3-4 yards. We've referenced a couple times him joining us on the Rice Unfiltered podcast this week. He said a lot of guys came back. They believed in Coach Abel. They knew they wanted to stay. This offense really suiting Jackson. A third down and 2 play. Snap and a throw right side. Dickman catches the 15, but he is dropped immediately by the safety Bracey. That'd be a loss on the play. Back to the 16-yard line. That was close to Bracey having a chance at a pick 6 there. Just like that, that drive fizzles and Rice will punt it.
Yeah, they take that chance to throw the ball across the field near side here from the other hash mark, and that's a long pass, and certainly a defender can make a play on the ball in that length of time. Rice not able to get that done.
McKenna standing back at his own 3-yard line. 4 punts, a 46-yard average in that first half. Sutton Smith back at his own 38. High wobbling punt that drops down at the 44, bounces in front of Smith, takes a turn and coming towards the Rice sideline, and it goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 49-yard punt for Mr. Alex McKenna. We have a timeout on the field. 11-17, third quarter. 25th ranked Memphis leads Rice 31-7. Varsity Network App, the Owls Gameday App. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
Rice Owls trailing the Memphis Tigers big, 31-7, 11-17 in the third quarter. Don't forget, the Owl Club, Rice Owls, your support matters. When you join the Owl Club, you help student athletes succeed in sports, academics, and life. Make your gift today at riceowlclub.com/give. Thank you, and go Owls.
So there is another game underway tonight.
Yes, meant to get to that.
Syracuse hosting North Carolina. The score on that game is 10-3. Syracuse leading, 2:42 remaining in the second quarter, right before the half.
How about over in Ruston? Louisiana Tech 21 and Sam Houston nothing. Bearcats still looking for that first win of the season.
And yeah, Phil Longo's a good guy. I really would like to see him at least get a win. Sam Houston's building that new stadium up there. And
yeah, adding on to it.
Yeah, adding on to it. And right now, it's just not working out for them. They lost 50 players. And when you lose 50 players like that, remember what happened in the bowl game when they played us. When Casey Keeler was the head coach, they gained 50 new players. So now they lose 50 players. And so now you're trying to find out, well, what combinations work best for you.
Last night across American Conference action, UTSA beat Tulane 48-26. Tomorrow, it's UAB at UConn, the Owls' past opponent against the Owls' next opponent. UAB and interim head coach Alex Mortensen. Navy's at North Texas. Big game there. Battle of two teams with 7 wins. Air Force hosting Army, part of the Commanders-in-Chief Trophy Series. And the aforementioned Casey Keeler has his Temple Owls home to East Carolina. All right. 31-7 on Memphis, first and 10. They start the drive, they're on 35. Quick drop back. Lewis hums a spiral right side, caught by Bussey. Past the 38, the 39, he inches towards the sideline. And gets about 4 yards. Ty Morris in the area code on that tackle. Second down and 6.
Might want to play a little tighter on the receiver. If you notice, Memphis always has a shot, to make an interception or to make a play or pick the ball when Rice has the ball, whereas Memphis always able to get out.
Bussey coming to this near way now, 1 of 3 receivers, second at 6:39. Right to left. Here's the hard shotgun snap in the knees, back to pass Lewis. They close in on him, runs right, and he is dropped. A sack. Blake Banish, big country guy. First full sack on the season. Drops it back to the 31-yard line. Lost 8 yards on that play for Big Country.
About time they shut down the pocket, didn't really give him a place to run. And so nice job by Blake Banish to be able to bring down the QB, Brendan Lewis.
Excuse me, we talked to him post-game. How much has he matured last 4 or 5 years?
Oh, my goodness.
Just developed into a Sunday type of player. Sam Carroll comes in his stead now on the D-line. 3rd and 14. The 31-yard line. Snap back to pass. Lewis looking right, looks left, hums it over the middle. Caught by the tight end. And Anderson is stuck past the 30-yard line. Always put a huge hit on him. The 33. And got a yard on the play, but it's like Memphis will punt here. Owls showing like they did towards the end of that first half. Some big fight. Hit Memphis in the mouth here.
Good to see it. That was a great defensive play there. Alway came in with a lot of run And, of course, you know, he with a lot of run and momentum and took it to him, and it was really good to see that.
Memphis 31, Rice 7, 9:25, 9:24, 9:23 this third quarter. On a Halloween night, deep snap coming back to his left. The lefty punter, Kerrigan, kicks it high, and a fair catch is called for at the 19 by Thompson. And timeout on the field. Rice will set up shop at the 19 when we come back after that 49-yard left-footed punt from Kerrigan. 9:14 third. 31-7, Memphis over Rice in the Varsity Network app and the Owls Gameday app. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
We're at Rice Stadium on All Hallows Eve. The T-shirt toss is going underway. One of these days I will get a T-shirt. 31-7, Memphis leading. Rice.
It's medium.
Another good win tonight for the Rice volleyball team. They were up at East Carolina, winning 25-20, 17, and 16. Congrats going out to Kaya Mateo. She led the Owls with 37 assists. She now has 1,000 for her career. Rice now 14-8, 10-1 in the American. They have won 10 consecutive matches. They will play Sunday at Charlotte at noon. That'll be on ESPN Plus. John Paul.
Yeah, they're on fire after that bumpy start. They, you said, they have been kicking hightail and taking names here. And I've got the best candy, showing it to our In the Booth feed.
What is it?
The undefeated, untied Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is my favorite candy.
Mr. Goodbar.
A lot of people like it. It used to be the Babe Ruth. No longer is it the Babe Ruth.
Well, the Babe Ruth was the Babe Ruth was the Babe Ruth.
Ruth was the Baby Ruth.
The Baby Ruth was the Baby Ruth, baby.
Okay. So you're not a candy guy?
No, not really. Not anymore.
But he is a golfer.
He tries to.
I can play when I need to. I can beat you, JP.
Ooh.
Big words.
Thrown down. Let's go.
You either can or you can't. I'm letting you know.
East River 9?
Yes.
It's got to be above. What is it? Nate's requirements, Jason?
65 to 68.
See, I'm a cold weather guy. I like golfing.
Well,
cold weather.
I know a lot of people can't play in anything less than 65 or lower than 65, including the pros.
I'll bring some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups to sustain us.
Can't eat them.
First and 10, their own 19. Rice starting down at a 31-7 hole. 9 minutes and 14 seconds left in this third quarter of play. The Rice back is freshman Jandre Harnum in there. Is that Byers? No, that's Alexander. Snap. Jenkins fakes right, couldn't get the screen. Throws it up the sideline to Landon Ransom. Goals incomplete near the 40. It was a design play where they didn't get the screen, and Ransom goals left unattended for a second, but Jenkins couldn't hit it. 2nd and 10 to 19.
Couldn't get his feet set. That's the problem. And he had a defender sort of giving him a little bit of pressure, throwing him off his rhythm. But Jenkins could not get his feet set to release that pass. And that was a really, really tough angle to try to complete it, especially with a defender underneath.
Chase Jenkins now 8 of 11 on the ball game, 42 yards. Snap and a handoff to Alexander. He plops forward, crosses the 20 to the 21. Give him 2 yards there on that play. 3rd down and 8 upcoming as Bracey and Ward tag team brought him down.
Memphis is not giving up a lot on the run. It's kind of like the Texans and the San Francisco 49ers last week. Gave up less than 50 yards on the ground at the defense of the Texans. And it's not working tonight.
And take that, McCaffrey, huh?
I'm telling you.
Guillo in there, the wide receiver core. Rice on 3rd downs. today has really struggled. They're 1 for 8. Third down, they need 8 from their 21. Gun snap, Jenkins rolls it to the left, throws out to Gwillo, caught and just shoved out of bounds at the 26. Push came from Bracey as Gwillo makes his second catch of the season. Shy of the chains for 6, and Rice third down and 2. Check that 4th and 2. They're just late to switch it there. They going for it here, Nate?
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
They're either going to see if they can pull Memphis off sides, or they're actually going to run the play.
I mean, why not? Down 31-7. Rice has converted. It's only 4th down and 10. 4th and 2. They're on 27. Ransom goals in there. Snap. Play action. 1 to throw. Jenkins to his right, stops. Now he curls it back to his left, trying to improv a play. Stops, throws back across to Falk at the 35 and a first down. Great job by James Falk. His second catch of the season in front of DeMarco Ward. It goes for 8 yards. That's probably about the 3rd improv play on that one snap. What a job by Jenkins staying with it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he looked to see it. He surveyed the field. Nobody was open for a little bit. And there were no lanes open, no running lanes. He found one.
Gwillo back in there at wideout. 1st and 10 up to the 36. Gun snap, option left side by Jenkins. Keeps it up the numbers. Out of bounds past the 45 and a first down. Needed to get to the 46, and he snapped off a 13-yard rush. Marco Ward. Things start to open up there as Chase Jenkins seeing the field.
Well, that's why you like Chase Jenkins, because he can see the field. And once he realizes, okay, I can't just stand back here and throw it. This defense is not going to work. He's realizing now he's got to move. Movement kind of helps in a lot of ways.
Falk tied in, hand down right. First down up to the 48-yard line. 31-7 Memphis. Rice football, handoff around the left end to Alexander. And he is shoved down by the safety Ward near his sideline. Got a couple up to midfield. But more backing up to Jenkins. Coach Abel telling me before the game that he's playing faster, and a lot of that coming because he got his body healthy and he's getting more snaps, and the game's slowing down for him.
Yeah, and it should. Once you start running this offense, you really get accustomed to it. Yeah, it should slow down for you. You start being able to read defenses a little bit better.
6 and change to go in the third quarter. Rice still down big, 31-7, but getting some momentum here. Snap, option pitch left side to Ransom Goals. Turns it downfield, now into Memphis territory, out of bounds at the 46. He got 4. Marco Ward from Miami made that tackle. Third down, a healthy 4 yards needed for the Scholars.
Chase Jenkins doing a better job of being able to hold the ball, and we've seen this happen a couple of times. He's actually hiding the ball quite well to be able to make the play. And a couple of plays have been made on a delay.
So you've probably got 2 downs to get these 4 yards. A snap, handoff Alexander, bulldozes his way up the middle and gets near the first down. I think he'll be a little bit short of the 42-yard line.
He's going to be short.
And he's decent size as a guy, 5'10", 215, but he's short because Puda Walker and Sam Brumfield were there to bring him down. And yes, Rice will go for it. 4th down, less than a yard.
Try to win.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. 2-2 on 4th down. Snap, handoff, up the middle. Alexander flies his way for the first down, right side. Bracey hit him, and it sprung Alexander up, flying inside to the 40-yard line for a 3-yard rush. Nothing fancy. The Owls chewing off a nice drive.
I think this is the time we can try a little play action, because they're actually running, let's see, quarters. They're running quarters.
Hardeman there in
Defense.
the back. Hardeman in the backfield. Yes, you're right. The DB is dropping back. They're challenging Jenkins to throw here. First down, the Memphis 40, the 10th play of the drive, and a handoff to Hardeman. The freshman from the east side of North Shore wiggles his way through a couple of grasps, and the strong young man down to the 36 for 4 more yards of Arion Cooper there. Second down at 6 at the 36 of Memphis.
Yeah, it looks like they were conceding the run that time based on the way they were playing in the secondary. But again, you got to test them just a little bit, and looks like a lot is open in the flat along the boundary. You got some plays that you can make in front of that defense.
Gwillo and Ransom Goals to the left. Second at 6 to 36. Pistol set. Jenkins inhales that shotgun snap and gives it to Hardeman. Streaks his way up the middle, 30. Sheds a defender, 25. First down.
Inside to the 19. He gave DeMarco Ward a little pony ride there, saying that's how we do it at North Shore. A little Mustang action for 17 yards down to the 19.
That's not a bad run at all, and Hardham is showing you just how hard he is and tough. And they did a nice job of being able to hold the ball. You really couldn't see the ball.
Quentin Jackson coming in the game now in the backfield. First down to the 19. Snap, play action, back to throw. Deep wheel route again, over the shoulder, attempted catch, incomplete, back to the end zone for Jackson. And Sam Brunfield is back there in coverage.
It's a good play. I think Jackson slipped that time, JP. He'd have caught that ball if he had been able to keep his feet.
2nd and 10, the Memphis 19.
And the ball was slightly late.
Just a tad.
So, yeah, if he had been able to get it there a little quicker and Jackson had been able to keep his feet, that would have been 6.
3:19, clock stopped in this third quarter. All Memphis 31-7, but Rice driving. 2nd and 10 to 19. A flag comes in as Jenkins keeps it to the left. For good measure, another flag comes in as he runs out of bounds near the 5.
That's what you call a hold and then a
14-yard gain.
Foul. Illegal chop block. Offense, number 71 and 53. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Not to do that. Miller and Principe on that left side of the line in this case. Principe, his first career start. 3:13, third quarter. Memphis 31, Rice 7. So this marks it back to the 34. It's like a thumb in the eye there.
Very interesting they call that play, but I'm more interested to understand why you'd block like that.
Willow back in on a 2nd down and 24 play at the 34. They have to get inside the 10 for a first down. Twins right. Slot right is Turner in motion. Snap, fake to Jackson, and a give on the left side, and they snipped him out as Dickman is slammed back on the 46-yard line. All over that, William Whitlow. Loss of 10 yards on the play. Yikes.
Yeah, Dickman had nowhere to go. That play was sniffed out. And once again, when you stay in your lanes, you can make plays like that. Aye, aye.
He shed that block on the left side and just exploded back there. As the Owls going backwards now. It was on the 19, could have been at the 9, but that penalty backed it up. Now they'll snap it from the 44. 3rd down and 34 for Rice. Jenkins, here's the snap. Now he's throwing from his own end. Drops that arm angle down, whips it right side, bounces off. Turner picked off by the Tigers. Running to the right is Cooper. Turns his way around the 45. And then he diagonals out of bounds as Jenkins there to try to chase him down. And a late flag comes in. There's also another flag back on that Old English yard at midfield. We'll see if that negates the interception or not. My gut tells me
late hit,
but also what about that flag back near midfield?
Yeah, we'll have to see if that was a clip of what they call that. Wow. It's a bad situation. Ball got tipped in the air and picked off.
I don't know if it would be illegal contact on the defense that could help Rice out there, but Memphis certainly celebrating like they think that will stand as Cooper gets his first pick of the season.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, face mask, offense. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is an interception. After the play, personal foul. Passing team, number 1. 15-yard penalty, first down.
We assume the latter, Turner, the one they'll accept as a late hit.
Yeah.
And there's a timeout on the field. We'll try to dissect that anymore. Minute 58, third quarter. Memphis 31 and Rice 7. Back after this on the Varsity Network app, the Owls Gameday app. It's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Schappa, owner of Schappa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Schappa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Schappa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, Come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Memphis 31 and Rice 7, 1:58 in the third quarter. Goodness, Rice driving after a keeper by Jenkins. It looked like they would get inside the 10-yard line.
Right.
And then a couple of straight penalties, and then the interception, and then a penalty after the interception. A little poke in the eye there, and Memphis will be starting at the Rice 27.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, too, because it looked like Rice was going to score. And you just mentioned how those plays sort of unfolded. Man, I don't know how that happens because look, Memphis is a very good football team, but that doesn't mean that you have to give them the game. And certainly a couple of plays here, it looks as though Rice just does not have the kind of rhythm they need to be able to make the kind of plays they need to make. That should have been a touchdown to Jackson, and that's just very unfortunate that it wasn't.
And then that would be carry the remainder. It'd still be a 3-score game, but you'd feel a lot better instead of it going the other way and potentially up 38 or down 38-7.
Well, you'd have some momentum defensively because now the defense has something to play. Well, they always have something to play for, but you're trying to catch up, and it's tough to catch up when you continuously have penalties and you can't score. All that comes together as a negative.
Rice 5-4 in American Conference games at Rice Stadium. They're 2-2 in 2023, 3-1 last year. Rice's last win over a ranked team at Rice Stadium was in 1997 over BYU, 27-14.
1997?
Bob was on the stat board. Would that have been a Matt Musil called game? You're calling the games back then? Matt Musil had been on the mic, and I'm sure the late, great Frankie Hicks was talking his gibberish there as the engineer for the Owls.
But he would have been the engineer on the radio side, right? That would have been Matt. Yeah, that's right.
1:58 of this third quarter of play. Memphis, another short field here. 4th or 5th start for them in Rice territory. Yeah, I guess they did have those other ones back up near midfield. Correct, yeah. Correcting me. In his nice way.
Well, they've had great field position all night long for the most part.
Case in point, looking at the breakdown, I finally found it. Memphis, its own 44 average start. Rice, its own 21. Not that that's the difference, but
it
certainly
doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't help things, does it?
It changes the play calls.
All right, Memphis starting at the Rice 27-yard line here, up big, 31-7. Here's the snap. Lewis looks and drops it off left side, knocked incomplete. They try to get it to Ross, the tight end, but Rice's Amari Porter with Daddy in the stands here tonight. Running backs coach at West Virginia, former head coach at Memphis. 31-7, Memphis leads Rice, 2nd and 10.
As a dad, you always want to see your son play well, see your daughter play well. And of course, he's got his own game to worry about tomorrow.
Wozier coming in there at running back. Here's the snap, a play action to him. Lewis comes back, throws the slant, but a little bit behind the receiver at the 15-yard line. He looked to get it over there that right side to Brand, but 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, you're trying to find some kind of rhythm to be able to do something here, and it's just not happening. But the defense has played about as well as they can possibly play, other than a few penalties that they created for themselves.
Yeah, their last 2 drives, 7 yards in a punt, and then minus 3 yards in a punt. And now 3rd and 10 at the Rice 27 as Lewis looks bamboozled looking out at that nickel secondary for Rice. 1:49 to go in this third quarter. Snap to Lewis. Looks middle. Throws it middle in between 2 defenders. Caught at the 20. across the 16-yard line, back across the middle, breaking a tackle, Bram. Still running the 10, the 5, and is finally submarine down inside the 3-yard line by Marcus Williams. That play took forever for him to go 24, and think about 2 missed tackles from each guy on the Rice defense there.
I don't understand how Cortez Braham was able to actually run through the defense, because that's what he did. There were some tackles that should have been made, or about 6 or 7, but Braham kept his footing, finally went down around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 6 or 7 is being kind. Goal to go at the 2. 1 minute to go now left in this third. Memphis up 31-7. All 4 of their touchdowns have been via the rush, and they bring in their short yardage guy. No, that's still DeWosier. He takes the handoff. He strolls right side untouched and blasts through for the touchdown, his 7th of the season, and Memphis cruising. That 2-yard rush, they lead 37-7.
Yep, that was a cruise, all right, and very unfortunate. I thought, for a while there, Rice might be able to hold them, but Memphis is really, really good, along with the fact that, look, you're not tackling well, and Rice is having a hard time tonight tackling the ball carriers.
And then you throw on top of it, a little twist of the knife, I know, but the short drives and then some of the other untimely penalties.
Yeah, great field position.
Exactly. And Spedick comes in and boots through the PAT, his 5th of the evening. He's now 40 for 40 on the season. Memphis 38, Rice 7. We'll keep it here. 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. So it only took 4 plays to go those 27 yards. 1 minute and 9 seconds off the Rice Stadium clock. And that was after the interception from the Tigers, so they get those points off turnovers.
Second quarter, Louisiana Tech leading Sam Houston by the score of 27-0. Penn leading Brown 28-14. Third quarter, minute 54 remaining. Syracuse leading North Carolina at the half, 10-6.
Think Billy Belichick lasts more than a year?
He might. I mean,
it's like $1 million buyout.
What does he say? Look, I didn't have all my players. That's a viable excuse,
Here's the kick. Might have a return here from Turner. Back at the 5. He will bring it back to 15, the 20, the burst, and lunges forward the 24-yard line. So the unicorn, a rare sighting here. Yeah, kick return in college football. Bring it out. I would have started the 25 with a touchback, but why not try for that big return? First down, the 24. 44 seconds left, third stanza. Memphis 38, Rice 7. Jenkins, the quarterback. They stacked 4 receivers to the left, and a design quarterback draw as he weaves his way left and clings off a couple of bodies across the 25 to the 26. He got 2.5-ish yards. Now they give him 3. Hometown spot, 2nd and 7.
You always try to figure out, okay, what play can we run that Memphis may not have seen? What can we do differently that would throw this defense? So far tonight, nothing.
Hardham in the back now. Snap. Hand off to him as he streaks left side in the waiting arms of Everett Rousseau from Atlanta, Georgia, a UAB transfer. Goes up to the 30, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Owls have a third down and 4 at the other end when we come back. 38-7, Memphis leads Rice. 25th ranked team in the nation cruising here at Rice Stadium. The Varsity Network App, the Owls Gameday App. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI, all in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University, is their preferred choice, whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus, we provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Memphis 38 and Rice 7. I'm JP Heath. Appreciate Nate Griffin, Bob Schlanger, Walter Donaldson, Barron. I'm a Jets fan. Easterling. Also have Jordan Smith. I haven't ragged him today. So.
Did you?
Hey, they got to win though.
That's right. That's exactly right. They got their first win of the season.
That one-game winning streak.
Very happy to see Aaron Glenn get his first win.
Yeah, there you go. Houston guy, right?
Yeah, Nimitz High School.
All right, looking at this offense in that third quarter of play, Rice, for what it's worth, outgained Memphis 65-33. These statistical powers that be tell us, but on the game, they've still more than doubled up Rice, 317-131. You know what I don't like? I don't like many things, not too many things, but this third down stat, Memphis 4 of 8, Rice 1 of 10. He put in that big giant witch's cauldron. You know, you want to mix up some kind of potion the rest of the season. You're still aiming for a bowl game.
Yes.
How do you solve this third down dilemma? We thought it would be third and short. They got that last week, but they just can't stay on the field on third downs.
I'm thinking, you know, I'm always a proponent. I'm always for throwing the football, right? And so sometimes you just have to let guys create opportunities for themselves. Get the ball out to the flat or the boundary and let guys get some yards after the catch. That is a viable option there. Now, I know you're committed to the run, but the problem is when the run isn't working, you have to figure out what will. And so tonight, the run is not working, as we can see in the stats. Throw the football a little bit to the boundary and let guys see what they can do.
And don't forget the personal fouls that have happened and the catch interference plays and all the other wacky penalties that have happened too, and some of the missed tackles. But Brendan Lewis, 17 of 21 passing for the Tigers. No touchdowns. 206 yards, but Memphis leads the nation in rushing touchdowns, and they have tacked on 5 more. How about the 18-yarder on the keeper for Lewis? Since then, their other 4 rushing touchdowns have totaled 6 yards.
What did we say? They would have to play mistake-free football also.
And they have not done that. But yeah, Lewis also leading them rushing with 74 yards rushing on the 9 carries. Their leading receiver is a young man by the name of Cortez Bram. 3 catches for 66 yards. All right, third down play for Rice back at its own 30, 3rd and 4. And a handoff right side, and Rice back Hardeman is stuffed near the line of scrimmage. He moseyed up to the 31. Might give him a yard and a half or 2. 4th down, and Rice, hey, they're 3 for 3 on 4th downs.
1 yard gain.
And I don't see that man Baketa. Nope, there he is. He pops out of that huddle, so he is back to punt.
Yeah, they got a punt.
On the 4th and 3. And Sutton Smith going back to return this punt for the guys from Memphis. The kick for Baketa. Low kick that kind of curves down, spins at the 28, and gets a good Rice bounce. Just dribbling down inside the 15, rolling to the 10. And eventually...
That's a great Rice bounce.
Yeah. At the 9-yard line when your Freeman, your deep snapper, Wyatt Freeman, can go back and down it for a 60-yard kick for Baketa. That's his 3rd kick of over 60 yards or more on the season. You see why the Ray Guy watch list committee came and tapped him on the shoulder midweek.
Yeah, he does a phenomenal job. And I mentioned something to him earlier in the week. I said, hey, I want to ask you a question. I noticed that a lot of the kickers, punters, like to bounce the ball and catch it and just continue doing that, walking down the sidewalk or on the grass. And I guess that's for a balancing act or reflexes.
First and 10, Memphis starting this drive inside their own 9. Up big over Rice, 38-7, opening minute of the fourth. A snap and a play action and a keeper right side. And Brendan Lewis will mosey his way up the sideline, and he got a little friendly smooch out of bounds after an 11-yard carry up to the 20-yard line. And Lewis can take a lick.
Yeah, he can. That's a nice stiff arm also. But he's 6'3", 210.
So he is no cream puff. Huh?
No, he's not a cream puff, and he's not a smallish guy.
Graham checks out. Cluse in. Hawkins in. The wide receiving core for the 25th-ranked Memphis Tigers. First down at the 20. They go left to right. Remainder of regulation here. Shotgun snap. Play action. Back to pass. Lewis whipping it up the left sideline. High two-handed catch made. The 35 and the first down by Graham in front of Kanye there. Kane, I should say. First down, check that. That was Hawkins, not Bram, but 19 yards, a first down nonetheless, up to the 39 for Memphis.
So Memphis found a play that works along the sideline, a backside throw.
You got the Tiger blue and white crossing there on that helmet. First and 10, they're on 39, leading 38-7. Left hash. Shotgun snap. Play action, the back end there is Smith. And now Lewis will keep it, twisting around the right end, past the 40. He got hit down hard at the 43. Big hit by Jack Kane. He still got 5 yards. Second down. Yeah, say actually down to 43. So second and 6 coming up after that 4-yard keeper for Lewis.
You know, their helmet design looks like the Cincinnati Bengals helmet design.
Get out of my head. I was trying to think.
Just, yeah, that's what it is. Cincinnati Bengals is just a different color. It's always blue and white versus black and orange.
I guess a Bengal in the cat family.
Bengal, yes.
Bengal and a tiger. Big guy in motion, C.J. Smith from Apopka, Florida. Here's the snap. A fake, and Lewis going to keep it again up to the 45. Lunges near midfield before Alway slaps him down, but a first down run. Blake Bainish helping out there. 7-yard gain when he needed 6. Little hitch in the giddy up, but Brendan Lewis, starting quarterback from Memphis, goes off to the far sideline. They bring in Arrington Maiden from College Station, Texas, a Cougar.
So we're talking Cougars, Jaguars, Tigers, Lions, Bengals, Pumas.
It's a Halloween costume choices there for the kiddos, too. He has no passing stats on the year. 4 rushes for 37 yards. First and 10 at midfield. Snap and a run to the left. And no gain there to hand off to Smith. He's trying to look down the line. See Qantas Clemens making that tackle. Second and 10. Midfield.
Number 5, Sutton, the ball carrier.
Wajuaku's still out there in the defensive line. Mutombo. Owls have their starters out there on D for the most part. 4 minutes into this fourth quarter. Memphis leading comfortably 38-7. Smith the back. Maiden stays out of the shotgun. M-A-I-D-E-N. He claps a couple times, takes the snap and looks left, throws left, caught to the sideline and bobbled and knocked away. He inhaled it, but then Amari Porter's there to play some good pass defense, setting up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that's a good job. Porter, as long as he's not limping, he should be okay. Looks like he might be limping a little bit. But yeah, good defensive play by the Rice Owls that time, and thought they were giving up too much cushion. But Porter does a nice job. He's probably about 7 yards off.
Yakari Caldwell comes in a wide receiver for Memphis. Arroyo Morris subs into the D-line as the Owls rush 3. Bring the rest back. 3rd and 10 at the 50. Memphis, respectable 4 of 8 on 3rd downs. They have it snapping in the middle of that Old English yard. Snap comes back to Lewis. Check that. Maiden pats the ball. Comes up the middle, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Tony Anianmu. Trying to slide left and was brought down at the 46 in his own territory. Lost 4 yards on the play, and suddenly the Rice defense having a respectable second half here.
Well, that's a good sack by Tony Anianmu. And the thing is, the receivers were downfield were actually covered. So the secondary did a nice job allowing the defensive front, namely Tony Anianmu, to do his job.
Anianmu's 4th sack of the season. Owls as a team, their 2nd sack on the ball game. Snap. And the punt is kicked back to Thompson. A flag comes in as he returns it up past the 20-yard line.
Tyson Thompson on the return.
Thompson hasn't had a lot of space to return a lot of punts this year.
That's right.
Haven't had the official signal yet, but I assume that is against Rice from where it was thrown. 9:47 fourth quarter. Memphis 38 and Rice 7. Memphis 7-1.
There is no foul for illegal blindside block on the play. First down.
All right.
Okay.
Media timeout.
That flag we thought we saw, we didn't see it.
We didn't see it at all. But I tell you this, I bet your special team's going to do a little work this week.
9:47 of the fourth. Memphis 38, Rice 7. Rice football. We come back. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
.47 to go regulation. It's all Memphis tonight, the 25th ranked team in the country, leading your Rice Owls 38-7. A tough way for the regular season for Rice soccer to end. Losing at Tulsa 4-0 on Thursday. Rice actually outshot the Golden Hurricane 11-9, and they had an 8-3 advantage in corner kicks, but could not get the job done. They are the 6th seed going into the American tournament with a record of 9-3-5. They finished conference play this year at 3-2-5. The opening round of the tournament is Monday. Rice, the 6th seed, will face Tulsa, who is the 3 seed, JP, and we will talk some wonderful costumes coming up later on.
Oh, not now? I mean,
you want me to?
Well, we got a minute.
Okay.
Maybe some now, some later?
Sure, we could do that. I have seen King Arthur tonight.
Okay.
I have seen the Wicked Witch of the West. I've seen the Good Witch of the North. I've seen the TV folks here, my good buddy Ted Emmerich dressing up as a 1920s gangster, which seems somewhat appropriate for my 1920s report, sort of in the same realm. And my microphone is going out, so I'll change the battery.
And no sign, as Bob was quick on the binoculars, no sign of Baker 13 here.
You know who I've seen?
Special Halloween night. Those Rice folks get it. Nate?
Foghorn Leghorn.
You're going to do that next week?
You know what?
Next year, I mean?
I might.
You'll sooner have a piece of candy than Foghorn Leghorn.
No.
Depending on where we play next year.
Or Yosemite Sam. I could do Yosemite Sam.
What a weird combination.
I'd like to be Wile E. Coyote. Will we talk Looney Tunes off air, too?
I'm done.
Or the Minions. All right, Rice possession, down big. Snap Jenkins gets plowed as he tosses to the left on a pitch. And the Rice back runs it up past the 26. A flag on the hit.
Yeah, 15.
Against Memphis big linebacker Drew Watts.
It'll be 15 on it.
Good to see one of those going in Rice's favor, so we think.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense, number 7. Previous play is under further review.
It's an automatic review. Drew Watts, that hybrid, he's played some linebacker, some defensive end. He put the big smack on Jenkins. A lot of old school football players, Nate, that listen in. I don't think there's anything overly vicious that would fit into an old school play. Just a good textbook tackle, but folks know what I'm going at here. They just I didn't see too much to warrant that. Gave him a good hit. Put that shoulder down. Into Jenkins.
Yeah, I don't know if that's targeting necessarily. I mean, a lot of the old school players would probably say, you know what, take the skirt off the quarterback. A lot of them would say that. Back in my day, you know.
By the way, it was I left it out, but Tyvon Byers came in the game and he got that little pitch forward. I think that'll go down as a pass. No, Bob. Be a pass completion.
Well, see, okay, so here's the problem. Jenkins is defenseless, right? So because he's defenseless, they may say that that is target. I can see that.
If it's targeting, Memphis would be without Watts for their game against Tulane a week from tonight. Rick Geloff and his tech folks have that portable monitor, tripod setup as the referee is looking in. And
yeah, it's definitely a professional setup. There's no question.
It's a good setup here.
Yeah, it is.
I asked Rick. He's wearing a bright neon orange shirt. Halloween pumpkin there, but he's a thin pumpkin. Rick has trimmed down here the last couple years. We haven't seen an extra replay.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. Result of the play is second down.
I think that's the right call. Hate to sound like a Memphis guy here, but on the other end, Dave Walsh and his crew are plotting that flip of the call, but it'll go down as a 3-yard gain for Rice on that reception. Second down at 7.
The only thing that made it look that way is that Jenkins was defenseless at the end.
And the force of the hit thrust him back. One receiver right, the wide side. One receiver short left. Shotgun snap to Jenkins, little pump of the shoulder. Has a lot of room to run in front of him, so he does. The 30 and gets crunched in between a couple of Tigers at the 33. Still a yard shy of the sticks. Counted for 6 yards for Chase Jenkins.
Better than getting nothing.
He knows when to run.
He does. He has
getting that timing down, that sense. 3rd and 1 at the 33. Rice is only 1 of 11 on 3rd downs. Just get it to 4th. They're 3 of 3 on 4th downs. 3rd and 1 to 33. Snap Jenkins, and he'll keep it up the middle and get across the 35 for the first down. Move those chains for Chase Jenkins.
Good for him. Nice little design play there. Quarterback keeper was able to get that first down. Didn't have a long way to go there. Found a running lane. Took advantage of it.
Isaiah Green from the balmy outpost of St. Cloud, Minnesota got that stop.
Balmy.
Home of the Huskies there. 1st and 10 to 35. St. Cloud State, no, Metko? Believe so, yeah. 1st and 10 to 35. Snap Jenkins backs cross and a hand to Byers, and he springs his way up the middle. Mama be proud about that. Remember, we talked to her on the stage, the tailgate, a few weeks back. He got 5 yards. It's a Lake Creek product. True freshman from Montgomery. Rayon Buell makes that tackle.
We talked about Lake Creek many a day, and it's a good school out there.
Rush up the middle, number 26, Byers.
Yeah, Byers enrolled in the spring. He had almost 54 rushing yards in high school. 106 rushing touchdowns.
54 rushing yards or touchdowns?
Yeah, 5,400 rushing yards, but 106 rushing touchdowns. Snap on a 2nd and 5 play. Gain of a couple here on this handoff to the aforementioned Byers.
It's a good district out there, too. You've got
3rd down and 3 now, the 42.
You've got Montgomery along with Lake Creek and the Woodlands and Conroe.
College Park in there, too. 3rd down and 3, the 42. 7 minutes and change to go in regulation. All Memphis, 38-7. All right, Jenkins out of the gun. Byers by him. Twins right, twins left. Gun snap at the knees. Play action, run to the left, Jenkins. Comes back to the left now, stops, throws back across the middle. Caught 45 at the 50. Byers juking a guy at the 40. Down the sideline, the 30. Inside the 20, the 15. Down to the 14. What a good find on this left sideline. Kamari Wilson tackled Myers near way at the 15 after that 42-yard catch.
I like that nice little cut he made to sort of fake out the defender. That was a nice catch and run by Byers at time. Very impressive. But again, I love the little inside cut that he made that allowed him to get another 12 to 14 yards.
Memphis, Amarion Cooper's down on the field. It's an official timeout. He is closer here to the numbers on the near sideline. Now he's walking off under his own power. Memphis 38, Rice 7, 6:32. This fourth quarter of play.
Got some talent. Rice Owls have some talent, especially running back. You know, it's just being able, you got to win in the trenches. And that's seemingly where the problem lies tonight, along with a couple of penalties that they could have done without. But let's say if you make mistake, or if you're able to play mistake-free football, where you would be in this game.
Yeah, and you hate to say coming into any game, no matter who you're playing, oh, you have to play perfect.
Right.
Right? It almost felt like that the way Memphis played last week, coming back, by the way, beating South Florida by 3. Highly anticipated matchup. Memphis gets into national rankings while USF goes out. First and 10 to 15. Snap Jenkins. A give. It's the Byers drive as Tyvon slips his way to the left for about 4 yards. Second down and 6 at the 11.
Rice with the ball at the Memphis 11.
I like the way Byers runs that ball. He runs hard, and he's got, you know, movement. He's got some seesaw in his game.
Yeah, this margin, you've got to look at a lot of young guys under the 6-minute mark now. Second and 6 at the 11-yard line. Willow, receiver left. Turner, the slot in motion, snap, fake, and a run by Jenkins. Dashes along the right hash to the 5. Inside, Wilson hops on him. 1-yard line. Markham back at the 2 after a 9-yard gain for Chase Jenkins. First down and goal for the Fighting Rice Owls.
He was smelling that end zone, wasn't he? You see how quickly he tried to get in there and get something done.
Remember, this drive started back at the 24. Owls goal to go. First and goal at the 2. A run to the right, and Byers looking to get pay dirt for his first time as an Owl. He stopped, no gain.
No gain.
Picked up and dropped down by Jaden Dennis, corner. Might have lost about a foot on the play. 10th play of the drive coming up for Rice. Falcon there at tight end.
Little misdirection backside run. They ought to have something like that.
Isaiah Green in there over the ball at the nose. Second down and goal at the 2. Jenkins, snap, fake, runs right and shimmies his way to the right. He can't turn around that corner as Chris Bracey's there to cut down that angle. And turns to a 3rd and goal. I think he lost a bit on the, lost a full yard there back to the 3-yard line.
Wow. Well, that's what happens, you know, when you expose your quarterback on the run, but he's a good runner. Got to take advantage of him. Just got to win in the trenches.
Byers the back, Turner to the slot left side. 3rd and goal at the 3, nearing the 4-minute mark. Here's the snap, handoff. Byers up the middle, maybe a yard. Got stuffed. A big pile of blue and white, and then navy blue and white forming there. And a 4th down play at Kamari Wilson there.
All right, here it is. Here's the play, JP. This is it. Got to have it.
Owls on 4th downs tonight, 3 of 3. And a timeout will be called here.
Timeout.
Dunleavy
Rice.
Family head football coach Scott Abel. Chat
Media
things
timeout.
over. And a stoppage on the field as well. 3:38 4th quarter. Memphis 38. Rice 7 on the Varsity Network app and the Owls Gameday app. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the bars. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Hey, Owls fans, we're thrilled to continue our relationship with a fantastic partner, Documation, proudly serving Texas for over 35 years. Whether it's IT, print, automation, or software managed services, they deliver cutting-edge solutions that help businesses and organizations just like ours take flight. And now their official partners are Rice Athletics. We're not just aiming for victory on the field, we're leading the way with our technology, too. Let's show them some love, Owls. Documation. Go Rice. What are you drawing up here, old OC Nate Griffin? 4th and goal at the 2.
Well, the backside worked before, probably will not work now, but nothing else has worked in terms of a run, especially inside of the red zone. It's more constricted. So you may have to go with a little bit of play action here and try backside. It wouldn't hurt to do that, especially 4th and 2. That's all you got. So at least you give yourself an option if you do that. You can always pull it down and try to run it in case receivers aren't open. Or if every lane is defended, you don't have a gap, you don't have no run lanes, you still have an opportunity to make something happen. Because Chase can run forever. And I like the fact that he always makes something happen when he does run.
Gander at the stat board. Speaking of Jenkins, 11 of 16 passing, 100 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. It's been tough sledding on the ground game. Owls 42 carries, 107 yards. DeAndre Hardiman actually pacing the Owls, 6 attempts for 31 yards. Owls leading receiver is Byers after that big long catch, 43 yards, that one catch. All right, here you go, Owls fans. Rice perfect, 3 of 3 on 4th downs. 4th and goal at the 2. Memphis 38, Rice 7, 3:38 to go. Ball's on the right hash. Getting some extended look for Byers. He's still the back left of Jenkins. Turner slot left along with Falk, the tight end.
Whatever they're running to the backside, they're not getting it away, but they're bringing those receivers in tight. So that tells you something in regards to what they may try to do here.
Jenkins comes over and says something to Goals here. Dickman also in their slot right. 4th and goal at the 2. Shotgun snap, play fake, running to the right. Jenkins stops, throws it back over the middle and intercepted by the Tigers.
That's going to
Flags
be
come in.
That's going to be pass interference defense on the defense.
It's DeMarco Ward who got the interception. It'd be his 3rd pick on the season if it stands.
Holding. Defense, number 29. Half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
Yes, indeedy. Jaden Dennis. And a little too handsy out there. 1st down for the Rice Owls.
Yeah, like they say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? But in this particular case, you're giving Rice an opportunity to get some points on the board with 3:31 remaining on the clock. And they were looking to run something similar as to what we had drawn up there right before the play. Pre-snap, JP. Just didn't work out.
They move it to the 1. 1st down for the Rice Owls. Looking to punch it in. Memphis 38 and Rice 7. Snap. Handoff, Byers streaks into the end zone. There it is. His 1st career touchdown. With that Tyvon Byers, he had 30 last year up the road at Lake Creek, and something tells me, Nate, that won't be his last here at Rice. It's 38-13.
Young man's got some skills, JP, and you can see it. And good that he was able to get into the end zone. Once you taste it one time, that's really all you need. And of course, I just kind of watching him play. They have at least 3 to 4 backs that can get it done on every Saturday. So good to see. It's just a matter of being able to diagnose what they can do and get it done.
Chase Allen coming on for the PAT, kicks it up and good. Have a timeout on the field. 3:28 to go, 4th quarter. Memphis 38, Rice 14. The Varsity Network App, the Owls Gameday App. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
3:28 remaining in the game, and the Rice Owls have upped the score on a 12-play, 76-yard drive. Took 6 minutes and 19 seconds. The 1-yard run by Byers. Good to see him get it done. The graduate from Lake Creek High School. And now Rice is down 38-14 here, JP, with 3:28 remaining in the game. And I guess I should mention the fact that, hey, condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, thanks. I was going to mention that here in a second. It's been a heavy heart tonight. Nate has trained his whole career. He will take over the post-game duties in a second. My mother-in-law, East Texan through and through, Betty Lou Capps, passed away at that funeral early tomorrow morning. She would listen to the broadcast from time to time, so heavy heart there, and she always liked listening, but she always said, Nate just talked too much. No, she never.
You know, that's okay, though. I'm cool with that.
She was a sweet East Texas thing, and it's been a very, very tough week, and really... Now,
you know, you told a story about your mother-in-law, but I wasn't clear. Was she a police officer?
She was not. Here's the story. I met her before I met my wife because she handled the traffic tickets for the speed trap of Diboll.
Oh.
And I was going down to be the prestigious voice of the Diboll Lumberjacks. I got a ticket on, coincidentally, Lumberjack Drive, which my later wife had renamed while she was in high school. I didn't know, but so I go in. I thought I could talk my way out of this ticket, this sweet thing.
Psych.
Turn on my charm. She said, nope, that'll be $115 or whatever it is at the time. And little did I know, 3 months later, I'd be dating her daughter. So
I'd love to know. Yeah, I'd love to know how that conversation went.
She was nice about it, I'm sure.
But what did she say to you? I had to get that $115 out of your pocket?
Well, I remember her showing me a picture of her cute daughter.
Oh.
It was in the back. And that's my daughter there. So.
Okay.
But a tough week for sure. Thank you for mentioning that, though.
Yes, sir. I totally understand.
Goda is the kick, and that goes over the head of the return man Smith and out of bounds. Rice, 142 yards of total offense this second half. Memphis, not even half that, Rice. A couple touchdowns in the second half. Memphis, one score the second half. So, let's say this going into that last break, there are things to build on. I mean, the score is the score is the score. 25th ranked team in the country was the better team, but Rice at least did not roll over in this one.
They didn't roll over, but there's some things I'm sure they'd like to have back and do better. And, of course, we'll probably see that. This has been a season of learning for them.
See, the quarterback is now. It is still made in there as he turns and hands it to the left, and the back is lowering his shoulder and rumbling his way to the left side. It's 5 yards as Pazan brought down by Aniawu. Second down and 5 to 30. 3 minutes to go in the game. Memphis 38 and Rice 14. Receiver out to the right is C.J. Smith for the Tigers. Center, Yakiri Walker about to snap it back to the backup QB Maiden. Takes it, Hands left, Peasant runs left and right into the waiting arms of Anianu and shoved down. 31, got a yard on the play, second down. Turns to a 3rd and 4. Morris still out there for the Owls, makes that tackle.
Love it when the train goes off on 3rd down.
It's hard to miss it.
Yeah, it really is.
Ty Thames, freshman linebacker from the Austin area out there. Could contribute to David Pierce's bullpen this year on the dime. Memphis is 4 out of 9 on 3rd downs. 1 of 4 in the second half. And now
that is
timeout.
a 2-minute timeout.
2-minute stoppage. Memphis 38, Rice 14. Memphis ball after this 2-minute timeout. We come back. It's Rice football from Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine. Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles, offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Minutes remaining in the game, and right now you've got Memphis leading Rice by the score of 38-14.
There it is.
And I tell you what, it's been a really, really tough night for the Rice Owls. If they have tried to get their offense going, couldn't get it going because the Memphis defense has been really, really good. But tonight, so far on the night, the Rice Owls with 208 total yards. Offense looks a whole lot better than it did in the first half. They've got 100 passing yards and rush yards, 108. And of course, Byers with his first touchdown of the season, young man out of Lake Creek High School. 3rd downs, Rice 3 of 14 on the night. So just not a good night for them to be able to convert on 3rd downs. 4th downs, though, they've been 100%, 3 of 3 on 4th down. So there you have it. Jason, do you have anything that you can tell us would give us some insight as to how the sidelines and how the players are feeling down there?
Sorry, Nate, a little bit loud down here with the band.
I can imagine they're blowing in your ear.
Could you repeat the question, please?
I certainly can. Can you give us some insight as to how the players are feeling down there? What's the mood down on the sideline?
Yeah, it's pretty dismal at the moment. All that momentum that was, such a large display from last week. We saw bits and pieces of it to start this second half, but it's just completely evaporated, I think. Most guys are looking at this going, well, we knew it would be tough. We didn't think it'd be this tough. But got time to regroup before a very winnable game next week against UAB.
Well, there were some special teams penalties that I'm sure Rice would like to have back. They'll correct those things next week. But that was primarily it, as looks like play is about to resume.
Can I add a UAB team that beat this Memphis squad in Birmingham a few weeks back? So I will add that.
Without their quarterback, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it was A.J. Hill who played the second half, not Maiden, who has had the reps here since Lewis has gone down with that bum wheel. But all right, last 2 minutes of regulation, Memphis 38 and Rice 14. They will move the big fella tight end Adcock to the right. 3rd down and 4. The 31-yard line. Clapping the snap, the show, the handoff, and Peasant going to shove his way up the middle, and Alway, team's leading tackler,
Ball carrier,
muscling in there to make that tackle and getting the loss. 4th down and 4.
And of course, the Rice Owls defense glad to get off the field. I think looks like they're going to be so. Yeah, this is definitely a punt.
Minute 30 left. Thompson going back to return this punt. Stands at his own 28. Memphis 38 and Rice 14. High kick. Thompson calling for another fair catch at the 31. I give him the 32. Minute 12 left. A few snaps, a few plays, and Rice will drop to 4-5 on the season and 1-4 in league play. Owls will be 2-3 here at Rice Stadium in Memphis, trucking along. No reason to think they won't move up in the rankings with teams in front of them dropping, but they'll be 8-1 on the season, 4-1 in league play.
Now they're 25. Texas is 20, so they'll be looking at Texas tomorrow, see where they go.
Drew DeVilliers, the quarterback now for the Blue and Gray. Snap, a show, and Byers again. Nope, check that. Alexander, 20, not 26. He dips and bends his way to the 33. Got a couple yards. Alan Alexander, 2nd down and 8. DeVilliers in the reps for Blue and Gray. Playing time this season against Prairie View A&M, Charlotte, and UTSA. They're trying to hurry up here, but this will be motion against Rice. We think, yes indeed, I'll go back to a 2nd down and 13 with 49 seconds left. Really quick since Nate is nice enough to fill in me for the post game.
Offense, number 71. To avoid a 10-second runoff, Rice has called their second charge timeout.
Cole Principe there.
No, you talked about rankings, right? And Memphis may be moving up. Remember, University of Houston is ranked 22nd. And tomorrow, they've got a 2-6 West Virginia team coming over to TDECU.
Yeah, West Virginia's had a very tough season.
They really have. So maybe they'll move up one spot. Maybe.
And the big thing in the big picture, talking to Memphis folks before the game, is their representation as the G5 team in the college football playoff, of course. All right, shotgun snap to Villiers. Rolls to the right side. Chased around that right end. Lowers the shoulder and across the 30. He laid the boom down and got back to the line of scrimmage. He got about 3 yards there. As Jaden Flaker, the backup weak side linebacker, comes in. NC Central transfer. One more snap for Rice.
I like the Villiers, but he doesn't need to be doing much of that.
That was scary. After he got knocked out of the UTSA game, getting hit on that shoulder a few weeks back. All right, 14 seconds left, 13-12. Back to pass to Villiers. Hums at left side, high and incomplete, so maybe one more snap for Rice.
Incomplete was intended for number.
As they go too tall for Samaj Pierre, a true freshman from Baton Rouge. 4th down and 10. You'd imagine Rice would go for it here.
He's got to remember he's firing downhill. DeVilliers 6'5". All of it.
But Nate Jason will take over the post-game duties, and old Bob might slip on the old mic. You can trust Bob. He joins me in a lot of baseball games.
Hey, once again,
you can trust me on it.
Once again, my condolences to you, man.
Thank you, my brother. Snap high. DeVilliers gets it after he tried to give it around this left end, but the Owls lose some yardage on the play. Donathan Mathena came in to bring down Christian Edgar as they tried to hand it off there. 4 seconds left. Memphis will take over today. What will you take for this game, and what do you think Owls fans should take from this ball game? Long way to build to be at this type of team, but still a strong second half.
We got to get some work done on special teams, one, because we have to be able to, those penalties cannot happen. 2, we got to figure out what we're going to do up front along the offensive line. We have to be able to beat some people up front. That's most important. You cannot get beaten in the trenches defensively and offensively and expect to win some games, even be a bowl team. So you got to consider that. And then, is this the offense? If this is the offense, you're going to stick with it. All right, let's see what we can do in terms of personnel and get some things done.
The knee comes, that'll do it. Both teams stream onto the field. Jason Metko will have a word with head coach Scott Abel coming up here in just a second. Under the lights, Memphis cruised early. They went up 28-0 on 4 touchdown runs. Rice had a late score in the second half, and then Memphis had a field goal as time expired at the half, and then in the second half they played a touchdown apiece there. but Rice falling in this one 38-14. Memphis proving why very well could be that G5 representative. The American Conference might most likely get one of those teams, as jumbled as it is at the top of the standings, and very well could be Navy either. North Texas has a great chance. We'll see South Florida later to end the regular season, but this Memphis team is legit too.
Yeah, they really are. They're legit, have a great quarterback. They have a really nice running game. Hard to tackle. And I know the Rice Owls tonight just could not tackle these guys. I don't know why. I don't know what the problem was. I'd love to know. But they couldn't block them up front. They couldn't make any headway defensively in the trenches. They ended up just playing secondary linebackers, and the guys up front were basically just trying to hold their own. So a very good Memphis football team, very well trained, very well disciplined, and these guys are going to go a long way, JP. That's why they're ranked number 25 right now.
Yeah, you could see that. You wonder what it would have been if they didn't trip up against UAB. And now we go down to Coach Abel with Jason.
Initial takeaways, Coach, from this one, and how do you get the momentum back going into next week?
Well, you know, against such a good team, right? They're a top 25 team. Now they're 8-1. You know, I really look at that first 18 minutes of the game, right? How poorly we played in both phases. After that, it's an even football game. And you know, so for, you know, the remainder, really, 42 minutes of the game, it's an even game. We got to be better in the first 16 to 17 minutes. And, you know, credit to them. I mean, it's a really good football team that is older and stronger than we are. And, you know, we're going to have to, you know, continue to hit the weight room, continue to develop, and close the gap on a program like this.
Quickly on Byers, scores a touchdown tonight. What have you seen in his progress as a member of this team?
Well, you know, he's such a physical player, and he gives us a physicality, and, you know, that room's talented. So I'm not surprised how well he played when he got in there. And, you know, we got to continue to find ways to get guys like that involved.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Go out.
JP, Nate, back to you.
Rice fight. Thank you very much, Coach Abel. That's it for me. Thanks to Nate filling in the postgame with Bob and Jason and Walter wrapping it up. And everything we get, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the Mid-First Bank postgame show. Memphis 38, Rice 14. This has been Rice Football from Learfield. More coming up. This is Rice Football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
From O-Week to homecoming to game day weekends, immediately down the street, come join us for a cocktail at our Michelin-starred Dim Sum Silk Road Excellence at the Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University. We are the place to stay. Less than 2 miles from campus and minutes from Rice Village, we keep you close to the action. Call 713-661-5669 and ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV.